Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Matthew, playing Loravos, the High Elf Blood Mage.
Izzy, playing Rhine, the Eldritch Knight Goliath fighter.
Megan, playing Madeline Loren, the human swashbuckler.
Caitlin, playing Yvonne, the half-elf rogue bard. I didn't have to look at my thing this time.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
I always have to look at it.
Well done. So, guys, welcome back. Monday night, we had a little bit of an off night.
It was raining.
It was raining. We didn't catch as much of the storm as we thought we might, which is really good in some respects. Although we all kind of wanted a day off in other respects. So, we are happy for that. Unfortunately, I am slightly sick. So, I apologize for any volume or wandering eye syndrome, or if...
Let's just go fight stuff.
If you see me just sort of... like, just
pass
give
out.
me a clap, right? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Clap on.
Clap
Well
off.
done.
The
No,
clapper.
don't clap off.
Oh.
Only clap on, all right?
I am the worst.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Because of the potions.
We have just heard the great
we
tale of the
devolved.
potion seller.
We devolved into chaos earlier, so pardon us for the first about 10 minutes.
It was not. It was already.
It was
I
chaos.
can't talk, guys. I needed a day off. I kind of got one, but it was not paid. I called out because I'm injured. But I wanted it to be a paid, rainy, hunker down day off, and instead we're both dealing with sinus pressure, waiting for another band to just break. It's not happening.
So,
I'm mad.
but
Kill shit.
that's the bad news.
Yeah.
Here's the good news.
What's the
Our
good news?
Kickstarter that launched Sunday,
4 days ago.
Yeah.
4 days ago, is over 1,800 at
Yes.
this
Hell
point.
yeah.
Let me check right now. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was over 1,800 earlier. It is 1850 with
Wow.
77 backers.
Holy shit.
That is,
So thanks for liking our pins.
That's
that is
amazing.
amazing, guys.
Of a
Yeah.
$400 goal.
Yeah.
Someone do the percentage on that.
So, as we said on the Kickstarter page, just to go over a few things real quick. Here are some things that are on the page. Here are some things that are not on the page. One, we've crushed our goals, and we're going to keep putting out some new goals. We have some more pin designs that we are continuing to work on. Do we know what number of pin designs we are going to shift focus on?
What?
Away from when we have X number of pin
Nope.
designs? We don't know yet. We
Keep going.
I think the maximum will be 20 unless we suddenly
20 new pin designs.
20 new
not
pin
count
designs.
because we're past.
because we're past the
We're
20.
past
we're
regular
past
20
yes. I think at the max is 20 new pin designs. The difference being if we just suddenly I don't know, hit viral pay dirt and we get 50,000 I'll design pins all goddamn day, fam.
Great.
Send your friends. But right
Okay.
now we have a few more designs in mind. We have at least 3 on the horizon right now.
Yep.
Including the bane of my existence. Y'all monks better all thank me.
We
Uh,
do.
No.
It's not.
No. At this
It's-
point, here's where I'm at right now. I'm
Yeah.
kind of to the point where I just want to send the existing design to Wizard Pins and be like, but shift these 2 colors, please. Because they can do it easier than I can. And what I'm going to be mad about is if we send them the colors that we have and then they shift anyway, because there's always a slight discrepancy based on
Yeah.
printing. So,
We will continue to look at it.
Yeah.
rage.
There are some other small things that we can maybe add, some little vector images.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a dragon on there or something.
Chloe,
Get the
Stop
Dragon
helping.
Beholder.
stop helping.
No, the chubby beholder.
The Dragon Beholder.
I dreamt I was a dragon.
Well, we got a new pin.
Oh, God. It's actually kind of beautiful.
And the session hasn't even started.
Does that mean I get to put the dragon on there now?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, you don't get to be sad. You don't get to be sad about this. I've redesigned Flurry of Blows 97 times. No other pin design has got me this hard, and you don't even play a monk. Okay? It's not even your favorite class. You don't get to shame me anymore. No! I feel no pity.
How's a monk?
Well, on that note,
As Caitlin goes to redesign the floor.
we have that and two other pin
So-
designs immediately on the way.
Yes, we've got
Plus
more pin
maybe
designs
others.
coming. We are looking into doing some other fun things for you
Yeah.
guys. We do want to try coins.
I have to come
Coins,
back because he's going to get things wrong if I'm not here.
Oh.
coins are not something we can announce right now. We're still looking into production costs.
Mhm.
Other things we are researching the production costs on. Patches, although that looks like it would have to be a very large or separate Kickstarter or separate stretch goal. Buttons, which seems like something much
And
more.
magnets actually got
magnets.
highly voted. Yes.
I was about to get there. Buttons look very doable.
Hmm.
Magnets are also a good potential. So all of those things we're researching to try to bring to you. Other things that we are looking into: lanyards for all of the pins. So some sort of Kickstarter exclusive lanyard for.
I think at this
that.
point we're going to start unlocking new stretch goals at 2000.
Okay.
We are at 1850 right now.
Right.
We have
Till the
gotten
end of the night.
by the end of the night. I mean, you're not wrong though.
But we may need to go for some bigger stretch goals so that we can unlock not just new designs.
That's what
but
I'm
for-
saying.
Yeah,
Is
that-
once we
yeah.
hit the 2000 threshold, because we're still in that process where
Yeah.
we're trying to cover
More designs.
yes.
Yeah, and the designs are phenomenal.
Thank you. I'm talking
enjoy
about
unlocking.
I'm talking about magnets and
Yeah.
coins and all that. We will start discussing when we hit 2000.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Bless you.
Bless.
Salute.
Bless you.
Oh, that hurt every part of my body.
So all of those things we are working on to bring to you guys. Just do us a favor. If you have pledge, wonderful. If you can't pledge, no big deal. Just signal boost us, give us a share, give us help spread the word around. People have really liked what they've seen, and we're really proud of that.
Mhm.
So everything we can do, and as the page says, it does help keep us up and running here as well. So there is.
Plus, also, we just added a couple more reward tier options.
Oh,
That's right.
We added, because we had jumped right from 5 pins of your choice to 10 pins of your choice. Now we have 6 pins of your choice. I'm working on getting other numbers out, but it will help some. We already had some people shift over because like they couldn't decide on just 5. They immediately jumped to 6.
Yeah,
And we have a $200 one.
Nice.
It's
Wow.
because this is funny for me. All in, all pin. It is just don't pledge that one yet. It is
Oh, is that up?
yeah.
Okay.
It is every single pin design we will come out with. Only the pins. Includes the old one. Don't you dare! It includes all the old ones. You already have those, bitch.
not all of them.
You have almost all the old ones.
All right, time to.
Listen, y'all are welcome to, and then we'll hit that 2000 by the end of the night. No,
How much is it?
no,
Wow.
$200.
Wow.
At this point, though, you're already getting several pins for free because they're $10 market value, and we have more than 20 designs up already. You're already profiting from that. Megan's not allowed though.
Nope.
Okay, so someone else better do it fast before she does it. Okay, guys, she's going to do the
Save me
thing.
from myself.
So that would include all pins currently unlocked and future unlocks
Yes.
on this Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
even if we, I mean, yeah, that's a good one. That's
That
a real
is-
good one because we're already at more. Like I said, we're already at more
24,
than 20 pin
25,
designs.
something like
We
that.
had 10 already. I think we've unlocked 16 or 17
Yeah.
at this point. So you're already
Yeah.
getting like 6 pins for free.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's Fen. The newest goal is the newest tier is a $200 tier that gets you every single pin, new and old, that we have designed or that we will be unlocking during this campaign.
Yeah, for this campaign.
It is an all-in just pins.
This campaign
so
and prior.
this campaign and the prior one. So all those pins, all those pins that are a good time.
But if we end up being able to produce magnets or anything else, I think the lanyard would go with the pins. That feels like
We'll also be
But
once
if
we
we-
have unlock goals, once we
Yeah.
have other stretch goals, we'll be able to use them as add-ons. We'll be able to do other all-in
Right.
collections that include everything.
Yeah.
So and again,
So we could do like
up
an all
until the
magnet
campaign
or-
ends, you can shift your entire pledge back and forth. I mean, we already then once, as I was saying, once we have more stretch goals officially there, we will come out with a new one that will include all of those things, or we'll adjust stuff accordingly. But right now it's looking like the patches are much more expensive to produce than we thought. So 200 would not, unfortunately, cover even the production costs of all of those things for somebody because they're expensive to make.
a 200
so, yeah.
stretch goal would be able to unlock a design of a patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
They are pricey bitches.
Yeah, we have found patches are pretty pricey. So
But yeah,
magnets are something much more reasonable.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
shall see about all that.
well, and also we
Yeah.
wanted to give people iron-on patches. There are some patches that are just plain back,
Yeah.
and they can
For
figure out how to
sew
do
on.
them.
You-
But like,
Yeah, you sew them on.
but that feels rude. I'd rather give, like, I'll put out a poll if we really find out. But I've already got some quotes out. We have 3 weeks left. We have 3.5 weeks left for Con.
Exactly. And so we'll keep you guys updated on any and all of our social media, and if you were on our Discord, obviously you will get first notifications of anything and everything. But keep an eye out on our social medias and
You
on
know
our
what channel
Discord.
to go check out.
Yeah.
So. Awesome. Well, that's the big news.
Mhm.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, we're back Friday.
Woo.
We're gonna run some shadows. That's gonna be exciting. We've got Gloomhaven on Saturday, and we're still working on whatever specialty shows we can produce for September, October.
We're just gonna call it unlock a new show.
Yeah. A lot of our team members, their schedules have become very restricted. So we're really trying to get some people back to the table. We're trying to get some old friends, some new friends, and see how things go for all of that. So just stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled. Other than that, let's get into it, shall we?
Woo! Oh, hey, I need a character sheet.
Oh,
It closed on me.
I like that idea.
Okay. Good. Our adventure takes place in and around the continent of Rodom. It is a continent dominated by the Albrechtian Empire, a empire whose emperor, Don Dorian of the Black Gem, leader of the Rockhawk Legion, the bringer of law and queller of chaos, has been kidnapped, absconded, replaced by a cabal of evil doppelgangers who have aligned themselves with the lunacy, a celestial body of madness and imbalance. Our heroes, however, in the process of gathering the Hal's victors, the heroes of old, in order to find the true emperor, have compromised themselves in a number of ways. This particular team follows Madeline Loren deep into Crow King territory to the Temple of Tortured Souls, where they seek to destroy both the phylactery and the lich known as Renwick. Last week,
Aturia. Renwick Aturia.
that's right,
Oh.
Renwick.
Nailed it.
Aturia. Last week, you guys had traveled. You had deep into the Crow King's territory. You had run into some of his servants, or at least you had seen their presence. You made it to the temple. You found that the outside of the temple, there were Bodaks, undead creatures with an allegiance to Orcus, lying in wait. Beyond them, you had found a small church, the floor of which was filled with an order of knights. You had explored some of their left behind gear, through a rousing performance of an old speech and a stumbled upon trap
Yeah.
that luck won out on, you were able to open a hidden staircase to a floor below.
Where we found Lorvas waiting for us.
That's where he lives.
Close the door.
I was napping.
I was sleeping.
Could I have some paper towel or tissue, please?
Yes.
Oh, we have some.
Paper
We
towel?
have some. Paper towel's good. I'm good with that. What?
Just teasing. Genuinely okay.
I apologize,
Better out than in.
audio listeners. That is not a good sound.
Like a sound.
It is
Edit
what
out
it
the
is.
nose blowing, please. Or, keep it in. It's fun.
Either
Turn
way.
it up.
Put music behind it.
Put music behind
You're welcome.
Oh, okay, please continue.
And that is where we pick up. Difficult to tell the time with no sun
Clock.
in the sky. That's right.
That's
Clock.
what we did that last time.
Do you remember what time it was?
It was 3 p.m. or something when we went in.
Hold on.
Did you write it down?
Yes, I did. We made land, I think at 4
Sure.
p.m. on
I
the
was
5th of Savages.
Close.
And you guys had traveled.
It is
a
now
few
Yeah,
the
days.
7th.
It is the 7th. I would say it's afternoon, probably around 4.
Yeah.
You guys have been there for about an hour since you
Yeah.
made it to the town.
So 1-ish.
4.
So now it's 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, 4 p.m.
So Lorvas
Yeah.
can have traveled with you. Absolutely.
Inside me.
Sure. And
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
In my
and then you
skins.
remember Lorvas is here. And he,
Oh, shit.
Ah,
Ah,
Does he get the temporary hit points?
I've been inside you for 2 days.
I don't even have anything quippy. I just
Personal bag of holding.
can't.
It's
Blood.
Of holding.
Blood. Yep. Yep.
the-
Blood. Yep.
So there's another hallway to check for loot.
yes.
I would like to check the door for traps. Please and thank you.
Okay.
That's not my voice. Is this my voice? Is that
I'm
my
gonna-
voice?
I'm gonna death ward Maddie.
It's wise.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gotta keep your vessel
I'm
safe.
already not doing great.
Oh no, I can't do much to fix that.
I know.
checked. Okay, I'm rolling left-handed today. By the way, y'all, because it's hard to roll with this one.
That's
Fair
what
point.
We're calling that the stranger.
Oh no,
We don't want
it's
this.
bad.
You get used to it. You gotta warm up.
No, I don't. I'm gonna use some luck, bitches. This is the same day. It's my last luck of the day.
You had used.
I already used my last luck.
Yes.
Great,
You
nat
used your
1.
three.
I explode.
No, you're
Okay.
just checking it.
I'm gonna
You might
die.
not- no, it's just that there are no traps.
I'm
You
gonna
don't
die.
Far away in a land that we don't see. Small.
I would rather die.
I know. I'm sorry.
Why would you do that to me?
They potions.
I need a potion that brings back that puppy and gives it to me.
My potions are destroyed. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've been in the house for like 48 straight fucking hours.
Not this house. And no one was keeping her hostage. Let's clarify. There was a hurricane.
There was a
Right.
curfew.
Hi.
Door looks good,
I'm going to open it.
and it opens.
Oh, that's unnerving. Everything's fine.
All
Shall
right.
we?
Sure.
Down this hallway, there are a number of additional lockers. They are smaller than the ones on the other side, whereas the ones on the other side have been like the tall. For the officers. These are for your petty officers. Looks like so they are not the people in charge. There's a series of names on them. They're sort of those half lockers. And as opposed to the other hallway, which held arms and armor, that is relatively old, this new closet that you guys come across has what looks to be wide variety of scrolls, religious texts. Some of them are worn just with time and age. Some of them are better preserved through there. I'll take investigation checks.
I will assist
Hey, thanks.
because I can't.
Hey,
I'll
thanks
assist
for the
you.
assist.
Thank
So
you.
that's a 15.
11.
I know.
11.
Hey, also, Sam, read your equipment. Because this entire time, my cloak of protection was also supposed to give me a +1 to saving throws.
Yeah.
And I've never used that.
Oh.
Literally ever.
Oh.
I got the +1 to my AC, got that all fine. But for some reason,
It's not a 20.
I forgot. It's a unicorn. I forgot. So, like, when I rolled a con save of exactly 6, it could have been 7.
Oof.
That's all, kids. Halflings reroll once. I can't be charmed or put to sleep.
Nope.
And read your equipment.
What was your total?
15.
What was your
11.
11. Okay. Looking through the paperwork, there are 2 scrolls that stand out, 2 spell scrolls. One is a spell scroll of Bigby's hand.
Ooh! For thematic reasons, I want that.
Another is a spell scroll of non-detection. Digging through the rest of the lockers, most of the arms and armor in here are aged, rusted. It's been a couple of 100 years, so not much to be gained from that stuff. But you can gather it if you would like. There is, however, a pouch of dust of dryness.
Ooh, okay, so I'll look it up.
I think it literally just
It
dries,
dries
things.
things.
Yeah.
So I pour it in people's eyes. Just throw it in their eyes.
God.
Listen!
God.
Creativity with your D&D stuff. It's fun.
So Renwick ran away here
Mhm.
because you had fought him before.
We fought him down in the Earth Temple where he was
Mhm.
staying, but that we seem to.
In his summer home.
Yes, this is the head of his order.
Do you think that you not being able to be found via divination magic would be useful for the next 8 hours?
Actually, yes. If he knows you, he doesn't know us.
He doesn't know me.
No, I mean it's true.
He might know you. Were you there?
No.
No, he doesn't know us. Just you.
Maybe.
Are we the day that we're gonna fight him?
If he could not know you were coming.
Right. So we
I
just
can-
need to figure out what day we're going to find him and fight him downstairs. And
Well,
then
if we're not gonna do it tonight,
we don't
then
know
don't
where
waste
he
it.
is.
well, yeah, but if you're not feeling up to a big, nasty fight, I don't know about you two.
hold
Not
up,
right now.
hold up the arm that got caught in the,
I look
in
Yeah.
the spike
great.
trap.
Yeah.
I
I'd
would
rather
rather not.
Hey.
Exactly.
Ah.
So
fist.
I won't cast it today, but the next day that we think that we might be going further down.
Well, do we want to make camp here? Do we want to even make camp? We've got 5 days.
I think we should camp because I'm feeling squished and die because I don't remember what my hit points were at because I had to resave my sheet.
Okay.
So it vanished.
You get
is-
half of
Half
of
your dice back. I know I used all my hit dice.
Yes, no, I know I did too.
That's fine.
Um,
But
it-
I'd like to rest.
yeah, if it being 4:00, I think we will have to just sit here for a few hours
Mm.
and then rest. Which
Can we go-
I'm fine with.
There were no other hallways
No,
that were just worth looting. Okay.
Because I'm just if it is 4 o'clock, we can't long rest yet, theoretically.
I mean, we can.
You just stopped first thing in
We're
the morning.
going down into the thing, right?
Rules you can only
You can only
long
rest once
a
every
day.
yeah.
So
we have to-
if you have to wait till midnight.
yeah, like we have to wait until it
Well,
would be time to rest.
basically,
on a normal hike.
The last time you went to bed, if
Mhm.
it was 10 p.m., 8 p.m., you have to wait until 8 or 10 p.m. to go to bed again.
Well, then I would rather not waste the time. Do we want to start making our way downstairs and seeing if it's trapped, or
I
seeing exactly what we
suppose.
think might be
Poke around
down
a
there?
bit.
All
We
right.
can, we can
Very careful poke.
yeah.
I know that I had healed up to all but one of my hit points. If you were with us, oh, you didn't take any damage. Never mind.
Nope.
I had taken a
was
but
in-
all
I
my
was
all
inside,
my
but-
luck is gone. All my dice are gone. I only used one bardic inspiration.
Oh, you have all the potions.
I have all the potions. I have a shit ton of potions.
Yeah, there's still some
Um,
in there, I believe.
And I know what spells I used,
Because
so
one
that's
of us
fine. I
does
can do
not
that.
have-
I can do that.
So let's
Okay.
do this.
I can let me set that.
What are your hit points at currently?
57,
Of
112. That desk did not like me.
um,
Okay.
Little Mama should have some spell slots remaining.
Let me
True.
look
Actually,
up.
yeah.
Let me.
I mean,
Oh, you
If
actually
she can
have
just
her.
heal, yeah.
I have.
That's
great.
he use it. He
and I
does.
have potions.
Well, save the
I
potions
take
because
all of
use the healer while
Right.
she's here,
That's
right.
here, and then save the potions. Yeah. So I
Mm.
only
The-
used 2
the
spells.
the two healing potions that are in here are marked out.
They have been taken.
They've been
Yeah,
given.
taken, but
Yeah,
they
you-
didn't use.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just
I mean, I have a potion of healing, just if you need it.
no
Yeah. If we can utilize the
What I suspect will happen, you guys will go downstairs. I think the cleric would probably stay up here and secure, along with any other party members that may be lagging behind, Can secure you guys a base camp, essentially, while you continue to adventure.
Yeah.
Once the stairs and the speech were completed, the ghosts that were in there earlier, they have left.
No, they're hanging out,
Chill.
but as you have seen, they are not disturbed by you.
Right. Just yeah.
I don't know how.
30.
Okay, I don't know how.
She's
I don't know how
used
D&D Beyond
three
works.
of her total spell slots, and she has like up to 6 levels.
She has-
so
yeah,
she
she
has
has-
spells up the ass.
She has many more than 3.
Great.
Yeah.
Start with
I'm going to, because fuck it, why not? Who all is hurt?
I have 1 hit point missing.
I think Madeline is the one
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
really
Okay.
concerned
I didn't
about.
get up to full after the Botox
Mm.
was the problem, and
Yeah.
then the
And then the desk
And then
did.
more
hurt
things
you pretty
happened.
Just for the
So
record, that
I'm
does
going
like 43
to-
points of damage to my delicate ass.
I'm gonna
Yeah, that
have
was
her
not
cast Beacon of Hope.
Oh.
And then Cure Wounds at level 3.
Nice.
Okay.
And it goes
So
max.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that should be 29.
29 plus 3.
That's 24 plus 3 is 27.
Yes.
So you're at 84. Out of what?
I mean, I can
112.
do it higher if you would like. If you would.
One more at third level
Mhm.
should
Yeah.
Hit me again.
There you go.
then that would another 27 should get you
To
114.
But
Yeah. Did we take a short? We took a short rest after that.
After the
The
Bodak
Bodak fight.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I can only do it once per short rest.
Just discovered that for some reason Facebook thought our studio was in South Africa this entire time.
Oh,
South that yeah,
Inside the
she's-
James something
something.
yeah.
wow.
fun.
So I'm changing that.
It doesn't say how many times I can do it. It just says You can't gain hit points again until after a short rest. Can we have done this during a short rest?
Yeah,
Can I get the speech again?
sure.
Yay.
15.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
15.
15.
So 5 o'clock, you guys will set out down below.
Woo!
Here, let me take a look at that for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. The last time I had a small mother's hands on me. Oh, God. Spring break.
Okay, that took a turn.
You knew what this was.
I did. All right. 15 temporary points.
Mhm.
Thank you, 15.
Okay. Dark vision?
Yes.
Dark, no. Dark, yes.
I do have dark vision.
Okay. I'm going to put up the drift globe
Okay.
with just light, not daylight.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
If you end up wanting me to as well, I can cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can't triple.
Cantrip.
Cantrip. Yeah.
Yes, Paris. Yes, we are. If you don't mind, I'll go down first.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Keep.
Are you traveling? Are you being stealthy, or are you just taking the stairs?
Let us stealth.
Can I stealth with that light?
Yeah, we can still make not a lot of sound.
Yeah, you can make less sound, but
Okay.
I mean, yeah, there is a giant floating light bulb over your head.
I know.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is a very good point.
But yeah, there's no reason for me to.
Sure, make it a disadvantage.
That's fine.
Can I-
14.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm gonna put my cloak of elven kind up.
Okay.
So giving me advantage.
Disadvantage, huh?
So now it's just a straight roll.
5.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Rolled a 2 and a 17.
Ooh, yeah. That's going to be a.
It's at disadvantage.
That's going to be a. Ooh, still that. Yeah. 22. Nope, 23.
Okay.
Where's Yvonne? It's just us going, where's Yvonne? Yvonne? Yvonne!
Shut up!
I message everyone. Shh, 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 shh.
Sorry.
We done this before?
You guys travel down the stairs. It is a long descent, longer than you expected. I think probably 30 feet. As you guys are traveling down, make me perception checks.
Oh, I can do that now.
Not using you, Vex, because you fucked me last time. And I haven't
Natural
saved you
20.
yet.
Nice.
Cracking.
Uh,
I can't
23.
turn it into a snake. Oh no. I have no rest.
19.
21.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You guys can see that the walls of this place are actually much older than the construction of both the town and the church above. The stones are rough-hewn bricks that you see in older construction. So they're sort of the odd-shaped, like old castle walls.
Mhm.
As you guys are descending down at the bottom of the staircases, you notice from up above there is a house crest.
Ooh,
It has
Gryffindor.
in one of its corners the symbol of this knightly order that you have been running into. This the devotees of Albrecht is sort of that knightly order. It's what Renwick's gear was emblazoned with. It's what the church floor above had. This holds that crest in one of its corners. You know how some family crests are
Mhm.
divided into fours.
So are there 4, or is it half?
There are 4.
Okay.
There is sort of a it's a bird. It's warm. Looks like it is some form of either owl or bird of prey. There is a set of scrolls and learned materials in so crest, bird, scrolls. Beneath the scrolls, there is an old it's worn. It's difficult to sort of see, but there is it's the beginnings of a tree, but it has this face visage in it, very much a skull face, very much not like grandmother Willow, but like
Coming out of the tree. Come on out. Come on out.
But very much somebody took like the Jolly Roger and like slapped it on a tree.
Ooh.
Dope.
Because we haven't run into this crest
No,
before, right?
no, you have not.
Can I do a history check?
Yes, you can.
May I assist him?
You may.
Take the advantage.
I appreciate that.
I'm in danger.
None of you are nice. A 13.
I'm sorry. You
Rolled a 4 and a 1.
Oof. You look over it. It's not something that you really recognize. There may be some more clues as to who or what it belongs to down here.
Yeah,
But just from looking at the crest.
absolutely.
As you guys continue to descend, you can tell that there is a row, a hallway leading out of the bottom here. And as you travel along it, there are coffins stacked 2 high along the left and the right. They are not full coffins. They're a little like, what is it? The underground necropolis. Sorry, my brain's struggling tonight.
In Paris?
Yes.
I think it's just underground
Acropolis.
necropolis.
The thing where the bodies are just
Mausoleums?
mausoleum. Sort of like,
kinda, yeah.
let's call it listen, it's like a catacomb.
Catacomb.
I was looking up an Acropolis, and it's called the Catacombs of Paris. Yeah.
It's like a catacomb. It's like a mausoleum.
Yeah.
There are doors, but rather than them going in like feet or head first,
Uh-huh.
the doors are long ways. So you pull them down and
Like
you
a
can-
morgue?
like a morgue.
Oh.
Yeah.
How very advanced.
And so yeah, people are going in there catacomb style, but there are doors.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
How about how many?
Well, you've seen 4 because that's where they start.
Yeah.
You can look down the hallway. Rough count, there's maybe 20.
Are there nameplates?
Mm-hmm.
Not immediately, but if you want to look around for them, you might be able to find some.
I would like to look around for them.
Sure,
for
make some investigation
I'll
checks.
help you.
I will make one.
I'll help you.
Thank you. That was slightly better.
15.
I think it's better than the other ones.
Yeah, I think that's the highest I rolled all goddamn night.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10.
19. 19.
19.
Did it.
You guys are looking. There are no nameplates that are like legible, but what you see is that up along the top, where the ridges curve with sort of a decorative trim along the stone, basically where you would think to grab to open it, the names are etched in there. And as you go through them, you realize that most of the names at least all four that are immediately next to you, not pushing you guys down the tunnel yet. They all are of the Ecturian family name.
That wasn't the name of anyone. We
Yeah,
were
that
it is
was
okay. Just making sure. I was like, that is someone from upstairs.
Aturia.
Arturia.
Great.
Or Arturia.
Perfect.
Arturia.
So that is the same name. Okay, great.
Yeah,
And-
so Arturians is the
plural
The
of
plurative.
the Aturia.
of the
Mhm.
Arturians.
What language are the labels in?
An older common.
Okay, got it.
Yield common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It is a modified ye old common.
Yeah.
So there are one of the things you notice about it, because it is in ye old common, is that the tense of Arturian changes a lot. Sometimes it's not Arturian, it's Acturian with a C. Sometimes it's a apostrophe Turian. It is. You guys have done okay enough on your history checks. It was an old common naming convention that essentially tracked lineage. So the generations would slightly modify the name.
Interesting.
From what you can piece together, it seems that the head of each generation is given a place of honor
Oh,
in this crypt.
Huh.
Because so far you have only found one of each number.
different difference. Huh.
Yes.
Neat. Hate it.
Cool. This is terrible.
Yeah. Cool. This is the worst.
Okay.
Looking down the hallway, it extends past the edge of your light, so about 60 feet.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do?
Oh, because
I don't want
you're
to wake up any of these.
you're new. I'm going to hand you. I don't remember how many. I'm going to give you 4 jars of holy water. Because I bought a shit ton.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Here you
Thank
go.
you.
Here you go. Anyone need a top off? Anyone? No? Okay.
Normally I wouldn't want to do this, but because we're fighting a lich, and you guys have seen ghosts, do we want to just, before we get down this hall and are suddenly swarmed by 20 bodies, do we want to open these and make sure that they're not gonna open themselves?
Well, he's the only lich that we know of.
Yeah, it's less about them being liches and more about them being like zombies that I'm worried about.
But what if opening them causes them to reanimate and just leaving them alone?
I'm worried that this is going to look like grave robbing, and then they'll get pissed, and then either way, 6 of 1.
Can I, based on that suggestion that maybe opening them might trigger a reanimation, can I do an Arcana check on anything to see if I see any like runes
Sure.
anywhere?
Yeah.
25.
Hey.
Some of the ye old commons letters are written the way modern runes for magic are, but you don't recognize any special magical significance
Okay.
in them. You
Okay.
don't recognize anything that looks like a glyph of warding or things like that.
Okay.
So they're at least within these first 4, which are about let's just say 10 feet for D&D terms. They are, nothing seems
Okay.
magical.
So far no magic. And I'm okay just going. I just wanted to offer up the suggestion.
No, absolutely fair. Let's go, and then
First we show up, then we see what happens.
just yes.
Go with the flow.
Sure.
Yeah.
All
Sure.
Napoleonic side.
How wide is this hallway?
10.
10 feet.
10 feet wide.
So 2 by 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Who wants to be in the?
I would like to go up front. So for
Same.
trap
Okay.
looking
Yeah.
reasons.
I'll take rear to
Then yeah, you two and then us two.
Shall we?
As you guys travel,
Checking for all the traps.
go ahead, make your investigation check. You guys proceed slowly, allowing her the opportunity to. Dig
Can I
through it.
assist?
Are you both in front?
Yes.
Then yes.
I can't hold my left
Just
hand.
keep holding your hair back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's just I can't do my left hand. Okay.
Same, actually.
Ah, investigation.
Mm-hmm.
26.
26.
Okay.
Nothing seems trapped. You guys make it down. It is about 100 feet, which you can start to see as the glow proceeds to cast 30 feet of bright light and then a dim light 30 feet beyond that. I think that's how daylight or light works.
Yeah.
As you guys see the end of the hallway, there is a set of double doors, stone, heavy, that you're seeing at a distance at this point. You make it up to them. I will note that there is one crypt disturbed. It is the last one on the your left-hand side, so facing the door. Your upper
Okay.
left-hand side.
Okay. Can I take note of its name versus the other 4, the other 3, and
Yeah.
see how like?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. I'll give you advantage because you know what you're looking for.
Okay. 21.
Awesome. You inspect it.
Because I just want to see if I can like guess which of the is this the very first one?
It
Essentially?
would have been. Yeah,
Okay.
you don't actually find the name because most of that door has
Mhm.
been destroyed. There's actually very little of it that remains. You can see where it was designed to like hinge off. And it is, you're looking at, if it was wood, it would just be like the splinters that stayed on the hinge, but it's the stone version
Yeah.
of that. But you can look at the other 3 naming conventions and easily identify that this was the first in the line.
Yeah. Oof.
Also, while you look through there, there are a few things strike you as interesting. You rolled a 25 on your investigation?
21.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a medicine check or nature. I'll take either.
Yeah, they're the same.
Okay.
So medicine, because I'm proficient in it. 24.
24.
Yes.
Nicely done. The skull is gone of these remains. The clothes have all but withered into nothing. You're thinking that this easily predates the Republic.
Oh wow.
So it is, or near its dawn. So you're looking at 1,300 years,
Jeez.
at least.
This thing's old as fuck.
There are very few bones that really remain, but as you had dug through it and sort of searched, you find what looks like probably like the ends of finger bones or of toes, smaller bones, easily missable. If somebody had attempted to like gather them, they are they're fossilized almost at this point. But between that and in and among some of just the dust of death that has eaten away there, you identify some things that would suggest this is a half-breed or a hybrid of some humanoid, maybe elven, with some form of dragon. The slightly elongated, like, nails are very dense and sharp. There is what looks like young dragon scales in and among that dust of death. That dragon scales take longer to decay,
Sure. Yeah.
essentially.
For those of us who went on all of the freaking creepy workshop missions, is this at all reminiscent of what's his name?
Is Renwick a dragonborn?
No, the guy who was merging people on purpose.
So we have to
go. No,
Saran.
No, the one who like all the Duergar who that merged with like that was.
I know what you're talking
but
about.
it's not the same.
This seems much more natural.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Is it like a dragonborn?
Not quite dragonborn.
Just like half.
Like a half dragon.
Got it.
Like
Even worse.
you can make a history check if you want, or a nature check, Madeline.
No.
I mean, it's up to you guys. You're all here. You can talk about this.
11.
11.
Beautiful.
As you guys discuss it, go ahead. Okay. You know a few things. You know, many sorcerers claim that their magic comes from draconic blood. Dragonborn themselves are not descendant from dragons breeding with people. They are their own subrace. Some say they are evolved lizard folk, or lizard folk that half-bred with dragons, or that they were created by highly arcane or magical dragons as like servants or offspring, or something along those lines. The true origins of the race are a bit lost, but they are linked the way monkeys and apes are, or humans and apes are, along an evolutionary branching path. This seems very much to be a half person, half dragon.
Okay.
Most of the remains seem to have been taken. A few of them seem to have been missed, some very smaller ones. So there is that.
Well,
Are we talking like second edition Dragon, or who is it? 3.5. At one point, Dragonborns were more humanoid. In other editions, they looked more.
So Dragonborn only officially becomes a race in 4th edition.
Oh,
But
Then that is what I played in high school. Okay.
Prior to that,
Got it.
there were half dragons.
Yeah.
Which is just
it's literally a human and a dragon had a baby.
Yeah.
The dream. So what are the bones that are left? Not the skull, just the fingers and toes.
Fingers or
And
toes.
nuts.
I'm gonna say like a finger, a toe,
And scales.
and some dragon scales. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel good about asking this question.
But
let's take them.
ask
But
it.
do we want to take them?
Yes.
I feel like probably.
Okay, I will take the finger, take the scales, stick them in a pocket.
Yeah. So you grab the
Gross.
finger bone, you grab the toe bone.
Finger bones connected to the wait.
Nothing.
I touched
To
them.
nothing.
I touched them together.
The scales, there are about 5. You kind of have to feel around in the dust.
Gross.
Um,
Weirdest treasure hunt ever.
And there are about 5 scale, like patches, like decent sized thread pieces,
Oh,
which as you look at them, you can see one of them was very much along the back and shoulders.
okay.
Another 2 were on the forearms, and the last one wrapped down
Scale
the
mail.
thighs. No.
Oh.
No, this
Physical
scales.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this person had scales.
No, I know. But when you were describing the size of them, I'm like, oh, that no. Oh, scale man. Oh shit, no.
No, that's
Okay.
just his skin.
That's
Yeah.
Skin mate. Yeah.
yeah. He was
That's fine.
buried. Everything that was made on him, except for, well, the dragon scales decay much slower.
Right.
So they're still there. And then his bones would have still been there, but they have been
Right.
removed.
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy.
And what you do find is that in the dragon scales that go on the arms, in the crevice of them, there is platinum that he had. You don't know if it's naturally occurring or if it is. Let me rephrase. It is a shiny silver metal. It looks silver or platinum or white gold.
Is this Wolverine? Did he adamantine his bones?
It may have been for decoration. It may have been for
You're just gonna write down Wolverine,
some
aren't you?
sort of ritual or something along those lines. But it is as though the edges of his scales or where they overlapped, where they might be weak or where you could maybe slip something beneath the scale, he had reinforced them so that nothing could like shave them
That's
off.
metal as hell. What
That
the
is.
Really
Jesus
is.
he essentially soldered all his scales kind of together.
I can only get so erect. Stop. Okay.
Okay, so
This is creepy as fuck.
okay, so my prediction. Do we want to make bets? Because I'm thinking we fight Renwick and we fight zombie half dragon man that he is reanimated into some sort of a mummy.
Woot!
We can offer
Sure.
him his toe and finger as compensation for not attacking us.
Are we sure the toe and finger aren't this guy's phylactery? Maybe we should just
No,
take it
most of the
anyway.
time phylacteries of blood.
Right, we're going to need to find that, by the way.
Probably fast.
It might be the
We need
body
to
of this old.
then what I would if he's like any stupid wizard I've ever met, he might have a journal. And
Oh.
it might have the location.
You know what?
Because that's fair, actually.
while we're here,
Hello, dear
I'm
journal.
going to pull us back.
Mhm.
a
Don't
little
act
bit,
like they don't say diary.
Dear diary.
But I'm going to take out the stuff I got from the desk, from his desk, and show them to you. Because I couldn't make heads or tails of any of
Is
it.
there a diary?
Looking through them, they are mainly make an investigation check. Also trying not to sneeze.
You're fine.
No.
17.
These seem to be very official papers,
Okay.
specifically about the Albrechtian order.
Okay. Got it.
From what you piece together, they are discussing rooting out a cult of Orcus
Oh.
Ooh.
in the area.
Hmm.
They report not having received word from the capital in months,
Sounds about right.
and that's sort of where things kind of peter out.
Got it.
It is an address, and you can sort of get together from what they tell you of what the speech was.
Yeah.
It is very much an address to the Knights of the Order
Mhm.
about how they are dealing with one being cut off from the capital,
Mhm.
having not received any word or notification,
Sure.
Fan is not
Um,
on. You should turn
Yeah,
it
I'm
on.
going to get that. in a second.
and trying to one, reassure them,
Mhm.
and two, keeping them focused on the mission at hand,
Gotcha.
which is that
The Orcus.
cult.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. I relay that. So it's
The
not a,
Botox makes sense now.
so it's not a diary.
So that's why they said he wanted retribution.
That makes sense. And we probably should not say that we're from the capital.
I don't claim to be from the
I
capital.
know, but,
It's not a
but
problem.
that is not the official. Like, if we're trying to be official, that is not the place that we should claim to be from,
Oh,
because they probably hate the.
oh,
they-
honey,
they
you
would
need
hate
to
the-
understand what we're doing here. I've got 5 days.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I'm talking about the things in between us and Renwick.
No.
I want to take some time while he's reading through and they're doing whatever they're doing and not touching, but just looking at the door and just seeing what I can ascertain.
Yeah. Did anybody roll investigation on the door?
Nope.
No, shall we?
Yeah, you two can, or you can assist her.
I'll assist
Thank
you.
You guys are a bit busy doing the others.
Oh, desk work.
Thank you for the assist. Investigation.
Secretary.
12 plus 12, 24.
24. Well done. The door does seem to have magical aura about it. It seems to either be sealed or trapped through the use of magic. It is also, I should note, it's like hermetically sealed. It is very tightly sealed.
So this is a, well, so it's,
I have to spell magic.
and we might need that. I was also thinking, if he was doing all, this is a very surgical thing happening here. Was Renwick a doctor?
No, he was a knight.
They need doctors. There are medics in the army.
Yes, there
There
are.
are absolutely, there's a possibility that there's some creepy ass doctor running around with him doing shit.
Don't know, do I?
That's all I've got.
I don't know.
That's all I don't
Sometimes I
know.
just look at people.
And sometimes I'm like,
It's
I don't know if
unnerving
it's-
as fuck.
I don't know if it's
It's
the eye
very-
stopped or if that's the remember, Winnie, remember. When we did this 3 weeks ago. We talked about
who you are.
She does need to remember who she is. She called herself Winnie.
That's from
I
Hocus
know.
But I did call myself Winnie last
Yeah. So I'm not wrong.
I
All right.
don't understand the question. I won't respond to it.
All right, so magic sealed door.
Mm-hmm.
I think the word is hermetically. Don't know what it means, but it feels right.
Does.
I investigated so well, I learned a new word.
The old hermetically sealed door.
My only
I
weakness.
searched it so well. I learned a new word. That's amazing.
No, we just made that word up, right?
It
Can I
looks
do?
like a Herman. We call it hermetic.
Can I do an Arcana check to see what kind of magic? If it's going to be like a
Mm,
like an explosion, or if it's just like you
please.
can't open the door.
Yes, absolutely.
Would I be able to assist because I was doing all door investigation or no?
You did well enough.
Okay, great.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
just going to give you guys
Perfect.
this one. Three seals, 3 spells on it.
Uh-huh.
2 are very common: arcane lock, alarm.
Okay.
The alarm is not an audible one; it's a modified alarm spell
Sure,
to
sure.
alert
Just the Yep.
whoever cast it.
Yep.
And then there is a necrotic energy
Gross.
spell. So
Alright.
so there's a boom, there's a
Cool, cool,
reason
cool.
it won't open, and there's a
Kill
hey,
yourself.
somebody open
So
the
there's
door.
all the things.
Cool.
So there's
Tight,
so
tight,
there's
tight.
3 on there.
Okay. So I can get rid of 2 of those easily.
Great.
The third one I can try to get rid of, and depending on the level, I might have to try a couple of times.
All right. I'm going to inspire you
Thank
right now.
Perfect.
I just hey, guess what?
What's good?
I believe in
Oh,
you.
that's nice.
It's a D8 now, by the way.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay. So for the first 2, for the alarm and for the arcane lock,
Mhm.
just a regular level 3 dispel magic.
Would it dispel
Should
both
do it.
of them or
Let me recheck, but I think it's just one
spell effect?
Mm-hmm.
Richard just 3D printed that for us.
Ooh.
We're testing out how complicated I can get with my coin design.
Oh, true, true,
Because
true.
neither of us do CAD 3D designing, and so
Yeah.
it's how much I can do.
Uh-huh.
That looks fantastic.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd or lower on the target ends. So I could do the door.
Oh, you're gonna do the door.
I will just choose the door,
A spell of 3rd
and
or
any
lower.
spell of 3rd or lower ends.
Okay.
For each spell of 4th or higher,
Great.
make the ability check.
So with one spell, you remove alarm and arcane lock,
Uh-huh.
Nice.
and you'll need a second one to attempt to dispel the boom.
Okay.
And I sit back and I'm like, sometimes it's nice not having to manually pick the locks. I like having him around. Isn't it great? Keep him in your blood by accident all the time.
That's
But maybe remember next time when they're in the middle of a fight. Then
Lower positive.
Okay, and then for the third one, I'll cast it at just at 3rd level again.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to use up too much HP.
Yeah.
And for each of these, it's been him cutting his hand and then like kind of drawing new arcane symbols on the door to destroy the old ones.
Bleeding on the door.
Yep.
Gross.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. Simba.
Oh, that looks magical.
I got it. Red wig.
Yes.
So is it
Oh, you did.
79 and 8. Boop. That puts it down to 72.
Okay. Make your casting check, please.
Check. Oh, absolutely. A 20.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yep.
Red wig.
the magic dissipates from the door, the blood boiling off of it.
All of it?
The blood.
The casting. of the
No, all
spell.
the magic's gone?
Oh yes.
Even the necro?
Yes. Yeah, that was
Cool.
what because the first spell was for alarm and arcane lock.
Oh,
The
okay.
second one, because it was a higher level, had to be cast a second time.
I can sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Please continue.
No, absolutely. Well,
Shall we?
the door is at least not magically. I don't know.
May
if
I
it's-
now check it for mechanical traps?
You
just in
already-
case? I already
Or
did.
just for
Okay, may I
lock?
just
Is
pick it
locked?
for lock?
Oh.
It's
Um,
good.
It
It's
was
unlocked.
just magic.
just
We'll
the
just
arcane.
open it.
You actually notice that there is no
Handle.
physical lock
Oh.
to this
Ah,
thing.
Hmm.
The doors are heavy though.
Yeah.
Um,
There's not gonna be much
it'll take an
yeah.
athletics check to push them open.
Yeah.
shall we?
I'm glad. that-
Yes, you shall.
It's not
I
me.
will stand
As
back.
will I.
I'm supervision here.
We've done what we've done our job. on
By
this ship.
management
No,
today.
natural one on me.
22.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Okay.
yes. He was
Um,
threatened because the last thing that the other Goliath said to him before he left was small one. And so he's feeling inferior now.
Oh, the
Oh.
thought creeps into his mind.
Oh no.
Okay.
Madeline, you guys each grab a door, you push it open. Yours sticks, and when Madeline gets her door open, it drags. It's not on past the first inch or two. It doesn't sound like stone anymore. You end up feeling and seeing that there's sort of dirt
Oh.
on the other side. Looks like somebody had wedged a rock or a small enough pebble to jam that door.
Okay.
In case that arcane lock don't work, just put that small rock right there.
Yeah, but you guys clearly it's in there, and you got to get in there with a nail, and you get it out of the way. There is a small tunnel. Mostly dirt. Not a lot of stone around you guys. 10 by 10. You can step forward. Looks like it curves around to the right after about 20 feet. Same marching order. You two up front.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Now that we're approaching closer, do we want to be invisible?
I'm thinking I'm going to douse the light. Would you two mind terribly leading us?
I've got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
I wish we could get your blood thing to work in
Question-
reverse. Just kill
Question
someone
still
else.
stands. Do we want to be invisible?
I'd like to be invisible. It's fun. It doesn't hurt
I mean,
us.
we don't have to be, but
It would not hurt us to have an extra sort of
I
sneak
can
attack
make all
around.
4 of us invisible
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure.
because I can't help us be stealthy any other way.
Yeah.
It's invisibility, or we just go. So I'll cast a 5th level invisibility. We're all now invisible.
Okay.
62.
You guys continue down the hallway.
With us two in the
Yes.
front.
Okay.
And we're gonna hold hands, and they will. Each of you should hand
Grab
on
a
shoulder
shoulder.
Yes.
before we turn invisible.
Please. No, otherwise, invisible. Oh shit!
And
Feel around.
then
And I'm like, oh no, I can't even because I can't see, so I cannot say anything. Like, no, I need to TNF. No, it's just fuck. Where's that your boob? Never mind. Although the right person would be like, no, that's the right place.
Give me stealth checks.
Yes.
Everyone.
Advantage.
they're all
Yes.
Because now we're
advantage
at
because of
invisible?
Yes.
Ugh. Oh God, those are so bad.
22.
Those are both gonna be.
Yeah, but what are they going to be?
I know, but it's so
19
bad.
with plus 3. Yeah.
I bet I can't roll above a 10 and I just say,
I'm gonna go ahead and use your inspiration,
okay,
just because if I don't, it
Modify?
might expire
It will.
soon.
it will. Modify
before
20 foot away.
Okay.
Shit. Fuck.
It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. You're so pretty. You're so
Ooh.
A 23.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
17.
17.
You guys go creeping along down the hallway. You begin to hear some activity up ahead. And as you work your way around, no need to make a check. There's 3 things that catch your attention.
That's unnerving.
Up ahead, there is a large gate, sort of like a drawbridge. Seems to be to a castle. Large door. Outside of the gate, you see 2 giant skeletons and what looks like 20 or so other skeletons, average humanoid skeletons. They're working, carrying stones and wooden sticks, wooden posts, like building materials. And they are building up and attempting to clog 2 holes that are that travel in front of the door. They're large, they're round, they're
Just
a
how I
little-
like them.
they're a little bigger than what this is. If you guys would like to make a nature check.
Sure.
So like, this is the gate.
Mm-hmm.
I like my phone
Oh my
case, kids.
gosh.
This is the gate, and then there's 2 holes on either side.
No. Going this way. In front of.
There's 2 holes.
Yes.
Because it's a drawbridge gate.
Yes.
So this is what the drawbridge goes over.
No. What did you roll?
23.
Shit.
Easy.
Yeah, good. Okay, great. I'm just going to put mine away.
Lorvas.
Lorvos does a few things, and it's intelligence. That
So, a few things real quick. One, looks like there was a castle here at some point. What you had just come through was the mausoleum outside of the castle.
Because we are still underground, yes?
Yeah,
You
right?
are.
I was like, we're inside and they're carrying whole trees. Is this Moria?
I was like, there's a castle.
What it looks like is that at some point, a wizard or druid of some sort either built the hill up over the castle, which is what that town now sits on, or lowered the family plot below ground.
That's extra. I like it.
Right? Is it Vader level extra though? Did you see my post this morning?
Nothing is
Nothing
very-
is
Nothing is
Vader
Vader
level.
level. No, my favorite part was the fact that someone pointed out that he chose to turn off his life support
Yeah.
so he could emerge from the dark
died.
with just his
He
lightsaber.
died for the art.
He just like held his breath so he could be extra.
You can do this, Anakin.
They're taking longer than they should.
Spots.
Fuck.
Oh god.
It's like in Borderlands, the prequel, when you lose oxygen and you start getting like the bleedy eyes. Fuck it, let's go.
I hope so. He actually did it 3 times thinking he heard someone. She's like, oh, never mind.
Shit.
Never mind.
Turn back on.
the hole, it looks as though from down below, a purple worm
No.
that crawled up and passed in front of this castle.
No. Flashbacks.
And the skeletons are out here
Fixing that.
closing up
A specific
That.
purple worm?
that space.
How many of them are there?
We
Purple
didn't get-
worms?
Dealt
we
with
didn't-
this already.
Well, we didn't get a lot. I don't think.
I know. I'd hate that.
All right. So
Shit.
Lorvas is gonna message everybody individually.
Yep.
To explain what the holes are for, and then
Just Tina Belcher.
and then we're gonna message Maddie.
She's gonna tighten her grip on you.
Yep, right there with you. Don't let them bite you.
Gonna-
Don't let them bite you.
Gonna message Maddie.
Mhm.
So what do we do about the skeletons?
Burn them all with fire. That's not in my head.
Is there another way?
So the drawbridge is closed, right? Or the gate?
The gate is no, not closed. They are bringing it out, the building materials.
So do we want to try just invisible sneaking through them?
I think if we're gonna get through anything, it's gonna be the skeleton grunts. They're too stupid.
Yeah.
So we just need to get to the other side,
Yes.
and then
And then we might be able to find how to close the gate. Just slam it closed.
Actually, how tall is the area?
It's a 20-foot tall gate, right?
Yes.
Or-
Can I can if you'll stay where you are. I just realized message is someone you can see. You can't message us.
No, it's somebody
It's someone in
the-
your range. You're right. You don't have to be able to
somebody
see.
in
Okay,
range.
great.
I think you have to point to them.
If they're
Yeah.
touching each other, we'll be
Yeah.
able to point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
For-
fine.
If you
Yes.
if you fly away
Yes,
from us,
exactly.
I can just hope
Hope
that
that
you're
it-
near
do
that door.
Because that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Just hey.
Sprinkler.
There she is. Because what I was gonna say is I could, but if you all stay where you are, I can message back. If you all stay where you are, I can point message because I have a better chance of hitting one of the three of you. Dear, to whom it may concern, I can fly over there and see if we can find some sort of gate mechanic so that we know what we're getting into. Because what I don't want to do is get over there, be fumbling with mechanics, and then have everyone come get us.
Yeah.
But if I go over and I can maybe see through and I can see what's going on, so yes.
so you can go do reconnaissance and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can fly.
Is there
so you can
any,
fly over there. Yes.
Is there anything light?
Now, is there any light, anything making light, or is it just?
There's a little bit of light within the castle.
Okay, I'm going to reach into the bag and think of the toe bone,
Mhm.
and I'm going to like kneel down but feel my way down so she knows I'm getting on the floor, and then take the toe bone out because it's not invisible and put it and hold it like sticking up on the ground. So we're gonna be like, do you see this? Do you see this thing on the floor right here?
Yes.
All right, this is what you're gonna come back to
Great.
because you can't see us.
Phenomenal.
All right,
All right.
come back to the toe.
Yep. Got it. Yep. Yeah. We
Always return to the toe.
And this kind of looks like it could just be here normally as opposed to a random piece of armor or
Great.
something else, and I don't know what the fuck else is in here.
Great.
All
Phenomenal.
right, cool,
All right.
cool,
We're gonna go. It's gonna be
cool,
great.
cool.
Cool.
Hold on, before you leave, I want to. Are you touching Laura Voss?
Yes.
All right, can you put my hand on Laura Voss, please?
Meow.
Hello, Laura Voss.
Hello, Madeline.
Oh, everybody be friends. I'm gonna go.
Cool.
Little
Check
triangle here.
If at any point you're in danger and you can't connect with message,
I'm just gonna
Just-
go visible.
just yell, "No, you can't," because that's my spell.
If I
And-
attack
and
something.
if you attack
yeah.
something,
No.
or you
I'll
can just,
I'll find a
or you
way.
can just while you're flying yell, "Help!" and then we'll know
To
to
help.
come help.
If trust me, if I get deep in shit, I'm going to cast fire something at someone.
Okay.
So we're good.
So either back to
I've
the
got
toe
you.
or
Or fire. Those are my options. That's usually you'll know if I'm in trouble. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It will not be subtle because
Okay.
I am not subtle. Don't know if you've noticed.
Yvonne,
I've
sweetie,
learned.
I believe
Yes,
in you.
thank you. I learned fireball. I didn't learn fireball. I learned something else. Where's my counterspell? There it is. And moonbeam.
Good.
All right. So we go.
Let's fly.
I go. You all
Fly,
stay
you fool.
here. Fly, you. Okay. What did you call me? I have a good intelligence score. It's almost as good as yours. I don't know what yours is.
That's funny.
It's almost as good as yours, but because of the headband. All right. Shall I?
You tell me.
I'm gonna fly away
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
as close to the ceiling as possible so that they can't reach me and they have less chance of hearing me.
Okay.
Advantage on the stealth roll. I'm
Mhm.
invisible. It's a 13. That's a 19. So plus stealth. Thank you to Egress. So that's 30.
Mhm. What do you? Yeah, you go flying, and then what are you looking for?
I would like to look for some sort of if we're trying to go through the gate, I want to look for the mechanics of how it closes. If it looks like it's one of those really slow hand crank things, if it looks like there's a button, and if there's anything on the other side, if we sneak through it, and I don't want to suddenly be up against a rancor on the other side of it, you know.
Yeah, you'll notice a few things. One, there are no battlements to this castle.
Great.
Because it's underground.
No, I know.
So there's no place for a gate to go up
Okay.
into. So they are just large doors.
Okay, perfect. That's fine.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
still that's how they close. Is still
Yeah.
they've got that big.
Yeah.
I
they
mean,
go-
Mordor
they go-
has large doors, but they still have a big crank
yeah,
on the
they,
front.
They go from in
Okay,
to out.
great.
Um,
Normal like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big French doors. Got it.
they open in towards the castle.
Great. And we are on the castle side or the other side? We're on the outside
We're on
side.
the outside.
Just making sure.
Mhm.
So they'll open in away from where we are now, and then we close them back.
And they are opened.
There. Yeah, I
right
know.
now.
I'm just saying. Though. Yes.
Yeah.
So if we want to close them, we'd have to get in, get behind them, and close.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
I can wall the floors if we need to.
Yeah. So there's that.
This time.
And then is there anything directly on the other side of it? Are people just going in and out of it, or people just hanging out outside?
The skeletons are traveling in and out, bringing the building materials.
Yeah.
Immediately on the inside, there does seem to be a head skeleton that is directing traffic.
He has two glow sticks.
Oh man.
Gloves.
Yep.
Did you cast greater invisibility or
Nope.
regular invisibility?
Regular.
Okay, just making
invisibility.
sure. Okay, got
I
it.
don't have greater invisibility.
So,
I don't even know if I can.
So yeah, just like that.
cool.
There is a skeletal, probably mage. He looks fancy.
Oh, great.
Fancy
That's
skeleton.
What we want.
is- Make an insight check
Okay, I shall.
at disadvantage because he
Okay.
doesn't have any skin.
It's harder to read facial expressions when there's no facial. That's
That's a
14
fucking joke, though.
or a 19. 14 plus per. What did you ask for?
Insight.
Insight,
Insight.
yeah?
Yeah.
14. 18.
Okay, you're gonna guess that the fancy skeleton is annoyed
Okay.
that he is in charge of menial, menial construction work.
Okay,
So
good. I'm going
he
to.
is annoyed and eager to shoot stuff.
Good. Excellent.
Ah,
Excellent. I have an idea. I'm excited. How far away were we from our hiding hole? How far away is it?
To the door
Yeah.
is 90 feet.
Perfect. Gonna fly back to my people.
Okay.
I'm gonna carefully crash into them. I just like to bump in sort of. What's me? What's me? Are
I
you
kid,
okay?
I kid.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
hanging in there.
Okay.
Aw.
So going to gently bump into all of you. And I'm going to sort of message or whisper or something. Or both. I have a plan. Get a little bit closer.
All right.
Let's stay here for a moment, though, because I would like to. I need to switch spells, and I need to cast greater invisibility on myself so I can do magic and not give away our position.
Okay.
So stay here for a second.
Okay.
So I touch myself and I cast greater invisibility. So your spell may hiccup for a second, and then it comes back. So it is.
Lasts for a minute.
It lasts from. So let's go.
Yeah.
Well, what was the
Then
plan?
before you do that,
Yeah.
if we want to cordon off the outside skeletons after you, I assume, relay how the doors work.
Yeah,
blah,
I'll
blah,
wait
blah,
to
blah,
cast this until we're about to leave.
Yeah.
Let's just make that clear.
Yeah.
So,
I can wall of force,
right.
and then we can close the doors
Mm-hmm.
and simultaneously deal with the skeleton wizard.
Mhm.
He and I can have a wizard duel.
I was going to suggest heavily that the gentleman abandon his post
Hey, Raid.
Hey!
Hello, Ray.
because I have suggestion.
You.
So I was going to suggest that this is beneath him, and he should maybe go along his way,
Mm-hmm.
but whilst invisible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was going to do
So,
that.
Yeah, then if you two, is it cranks to close the big doors, or is it just push the
It's
doors?
just push.
Just push.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It looks like they got giant skeletons for a reason.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Good.
And
Excellent.
the giant skeletons, are they on the inside of those doors or the outside?
They're traveling.
So we go to
Even the giant
yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
they're bringing like
their stuff.
big
Yeah.
rocks and,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
boards and stuff
Gotcha.
like that. Hello, everyone
Hi,
from the raid.
friends.
Hi.
We are playing our D&D 5th edition.
Yeah.
I got them.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're good. You're tired. Go.
I apologize. I am
Our
slightly
DM is
ill.
sick today,
I
so we're not
apologize.
making him
So-
do things. Except for run the whole game.
Yeah, except
Yeah,
for
that's it.
run.
Okay, so
run
here's
the
my
major.
option then. My options are, I can cast suggestion
Mhm.
on him,
Mm.
as we get closer.
Mm.
Maybe whisper just to him so that other skeletons don't just hear a noise. That would burn one of my 4th levels so that I could cast greater invisibility on myself. Or we could try to stealth through, and then I could use that as like a Hail Mary sort of situation. Although technically, if I speak, it doesn't break regular. Oh, it's casting a spell. It's casting a spell. But it's a possibility. You want to wait till we get closer before I try that? In case we end up just... Because I don't want to waste the spell slot if then we end up just killing things along the way because one of us nat ones on our stealth.
Well, because I can't get us to
Then
fly.
no, I'll stay where I am.
We
Okay.
have to be on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
So then I think we start to sneak,
Great.
with the plan being, once we get there, you cast greater invisibility
And
suggestion.
If we make it that far. If
If
we
we
don't,
make it.
I will have had to
If
change
we-
the plan,
yes,
so it won't
if,
matter.
If we don't,
But
we
if we
just
get there, that's
fight-
the plan.
fight 45 skeletons.
Because I might be able to...
25.
Well, because...
big deal.
And that's the thing is, because suggestion is...
Ball block.
It's a reasonable statement or course of action, so I could
Yeah.
I could
Then you're
genuinely
good.
say, hey, these are all menial men. Why don't you have them go somewhere else? He might take some of them with him, you know? Maybe
Yeah.
we get him to order them to work somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
And then once that task is done,
They'll come back. Yeah, so I'm going to send them to the other end of the wall.
Send them back to the mausoleum.
Yeah.
where we
say-
came from,
Yeah.
we're a few inches away from where our base camp is,
Yeah.
and where we
The other option is to send them
Further down the wall.
further into the castle that we are going
No,
into.
further down the wall, though, right?
I thought it was just
A gate?
we come out of those
Yeah.
doors. Hallway. Large, tall hallway.
Yeah. Well, because...
Gate.
Well, I mean,
Or is it we go in and they're still like on around the castle?
Just a moment, guys.
take your
Good.
time. You're good.
Maybe
Don't die.
Okay.
maybe you can, instead of sending the skeleton away, just tell him to go outside the doors.
Once he does
Once he
that.
does, he's going to then go back to business.
But like
though.
go double check on the hole closure and get him close to these 2 giant holes.
And I'm saying, but also if we can get... Yes, sir.
Pardon me, camera.
Hey, Matt.
Perfect.
If we can get him to also take some of the men with him,
Yeah,
Sure.
Yes.
if he can go somewhere else, that would be great. In the meantime, how's everyone? Oh, map.
Slightly different
Okay.
than what it is here. Imagine this. This is our purple worm hallway.
Okay.
It's over there. You guys are just on the other side of this,
Got it.
and your mausoleum is down that way.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
trying to go
Right.
to that.
So you
to
are
three.
10. These are 10 feet. 10,
Yes.
20, 30, 40, 50. So yeah, I think I put you over here.
Okay.
So we're
Be
trying to
like
get to
90 feet. In here is your fancy mage.
Mhm.
And coming in and out of here, plugging this hole,
Mm-hmm.
are
Okay.
the skeletons.
So I could have him go further down the hole, like way down, past 1B, like keep on going, theoretically.
Yeah.
Or up that other hallway we haven't explored. Go run into trouble.
The one to the up
Yes.
to the left. I think that's another.
I'd like you all to make stealth
Purple
checks.
worm.
Yes, sir.
I think that's another purple worm thing. Do we have advantage still because of, or is this because of talking?
Is
So
because of talking.
yeah.
I mean, we're
We're messaging. We've been.
Okay.
That's how we said we were communicating.
Okay.
So.
16.
19.
22 still.
17.
Okay.
Perfect.
You guys
Thank you,
doing
fast.
Because the other one is at the top left of
Yeah.
1A. That's another purple wormhole, right?
Yeah, that's the other side of the purple wormhole. So
Gotcha.
this doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
looking at that time.
No, absolutely. I just wanted to
Purple
make
worm.
sure.
Purple worm.
Great.
Got it.
All right.
Send them to go critique the men's work and go farther
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something that he can take him and all of his men.
Mhm.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
Go to your barracks. Go take a nap.
It'll really please your master if you get that purple worm.
Just go fight it.
Does after suggestion happens and they finish their thing, they go back? But do they know that they've been suggested?
No, I don't believe they do. It depends. Hold on, let me check.
Because some of them are, some of them don't.
Suggestion is
I think the
nope.
No.
It is target must make a wisdom saving throw on a failed, etc., etc. If suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time if the spell ends when the subject finished what it was asked to do. You can also specify conditions that will trigger a special activity during the duration. For example, you might suggest that a knight give her warhorse to the first beggar she meets. If the condition isn't met before the spell expires, the activity isn't performed. If you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends. Doesn't say anything about it knowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sure.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Then I vote that we don't close the doors.
Okay.
If the suggestion works,
And they'll just
we
leave.
keep on going
Yes,
in.
exactly.
Because if he won't be alerted that
Exactly.
that he was suggested.
Exactly. There's no
then we
reason to
should
lock
not
ourselves
change.
in. Exactly.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a possibility then we'll get stuck in there and have to run away from something and have
Yes.
a closed, heavy door that they need giants to open and
Well,
close.
Also, remember, this isn't over tonight.
I know.
We have to go home at some point to sleep,
Yes.
or possibly trade you out.
Yeah.
So if we get stuck behind that door,
Yeah.
we are stuck behind that
That's
door.
why I'm saying let's not close it.
That's
Yes.
right.
Agreed.
So as much.
I got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. I
I
can
know.
give them a task that would take them
know.
8 hours.
Explore how deep that purple wormhole is.
Hey, go clean latrines with you and your man for 8 hours.
No, just
purple wormhole, yeah.
see where the end of the purple wormhole is.
The Underdark.
Yeah.
Tell them to go.
Yeah.
So like for 8 hours,
Yeah.
they will
Yeah.
try and
All right,
he will try and
let's
find
go.
it.
Let's go.
All right, so
And
we're gonna sneak
Bonus,
up.
if there's actually a purple worm in there, it will eat them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're
So,
gonna try and sneak, and then
please.
you'll greater invisibility when we're closer.
Yes, I will.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay. You guys continue to sneak up. What would you like to do?
I would like to fly as we get closer so that I'm up above when the spell flicker happens.
Okay.
So that there's less chance of them noticing me. Because if I'm just walking towards them and then flicker spell, it's like there's a person. So I don't want that. So I cast greater invisibility on myself.
Okay.
So there's a brief. And then I'd like to get in real close to the mage.
Yeah, make a stealth check when you recast.
Do my recast?
Yeah.
Big bada boom.
No.
He absolutely sees me.
What are the spell components of greater invisibility?
Verbal somatic.
So he hears you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He can hear me and look around for me, but that's fine.
Well, he notices you.
Okay.
And we're going to flip for initiative.
Shit.
please.
No,
Great.
that's okay because now, but at least now you're invisible.
I'm scared.
Oh, it's time. Oh, no. So close. Okay.
I'm gonna do this.
Whatever. I still get it. That's fine. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
like now you have
Sorry,
advantage
guys.
for the
Ooh.
entire
Okay.
combat.
Yeah,
Okay,
I do
okay.
actually.
If one must.
Yeah, like
One
greater
more?
invisibility is
Is toy.
not a bad
Yeah.
spell to have
Yeah.
on.
No,
in
it's not a
combat.
bad spell. I'm sorry, guys.
That was
No.
Would any of these, including the skeleton mage, be considered humanoids, or are they all undead?
They are all undead.
Is the skeleton mage wearing anything, or is it just the skeleton? That...
He's got robes.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
fancy.
Luckily, suggestion says any creature that can hear you and understand it is not any humanoid.
No, yeah.
I checked
My
for blood stuff.
for blood stuff.
yeah, for blood stuff. Sometimes I have to A, have blood, and B, one of my things I can capture the soul of a humanoid as it dies.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Starting at
Ace.
the top. There you go.
I'm gonna fly in real close and cast suggestion on him. I'm gonna suggest the hell out of it.
Okay.
I'm going to say to the gentleman, excuse me, don't you think it's beneath you to do this and that you and your men would be better served going down into that purple wormhole to fight the beast itself? And he makes a wisdom save, I think.
Mhm.
He does make a
No, wisdom saving
wisdom
throw.
saving.
If he's immune to being charmed,
Yes.
has no effect.
Yeah. And it's worded in a manner that does sound reasonable. He's too important for this, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, 14.
16. Take your men and go explore.
Okay.
Could have been worse. I could have been like, that's some dryness. Dry up anything you have left. They're all skeletons. They have nothing left. But
Okay. King.
King.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like? Can I notice anything? Okay, I'm going to
Make a perception check.
perception check.
Mhm.
Fuck you, Vex.
bonus action. I go, don't touch him. Just in case.
Do you yell that loud enough for them to hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume we would have taught if they knew that was the plan was and they know not to hit the guy, but just in case.
Would I have?
Make a performance check.
Okay. Thank you, being the only buddy who's mostly rolling well for me tonight. I think that's a 22, but I could be wrong. I think my performance is a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you hear her.
20.
Okay, then in that case, I just want to stand like close to him in case he's failed, and just ready my action to grapple.
Ooh.
So you guys have moved up with her?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we all wanted to go as a group
Okay.
up to the.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
That was.
that's what I understood.
Yeah.
The, yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. King, queen.
Queen. I'm going to ready a fight.
I'm going to ready a fight. I love you.
Oh my
Because
God.
do you want me to?
You can. Nah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Jack.
Now
10,
a sense of pride
9.
9.
that I need this to work.
I
chat.
will push myself up against the door
Okay.
and then ready a wall of force.
Okay.
Sometimes it works. They accused us of our plans never working, and sometimes they work,
Very rarely.
but sometimes, and it's glorious.
Sometimes.
And sometimes, and this is maybe going to be one of those times. Maybe.
It on an
It's
8.
a theme song.
On an 8, the Deathlock Mastermind.
The what?
What?
Ooh, that's dope.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh please, please run away! Please run away!
He does gather his people and begin to travel.
Oh. Okay.
I don't want those abilities sent against me. We may have to deal with them later, but not right now.
They begin going down that tunnel. Mhm.
We go.
Okay.
Yes, let us go inside.
Let us go inside.
Yeah. What would you guys are inside?
Quickly and quietly.
You notice from the inside that behind the doors, those 2 stars are actually very large statues.
Oh, nice.
From what you can see at a glance, 2 things. One, you suspect one of them. Well, actually, make me investigation checks.
The chat is asking what that thing was, and so at some point posted in Discord.
Oh, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, Deathlock Mastermind. That is.
Thank you.
That is what that
We're
was.
making investigation history.
Investigation.
9 plus
Ooh, dirty 20.
19.
Hold on, wait, I can do this.
15.
21.
Okay. You guys look over the statues. One of them looks as though they had the dragon scales that the progenitor of this family line held as well. You can also see that the faces on both of the statues, and in fact, the one that is not the progenitor, not the originator, the other statue, is partially melted. Looks like somebody has gone through and via like stone shape or heat metal or through some form of transmutation magic has defaced
Literally.
You answered my question. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is this statue magical graffiti there? Or
In
were
some
they
way.
shamed?
You don't know?
Yeah, no, I'm curious. That was just curiosity. All right.
Which direction would you guys like to go?
Are those doors on the right?
Can I make a perception check to hear if there's any movement,
Nice.
Yeah, make a perception check.
chanting?
Those are
Cultish
those are doors
sounds.
on the right.
Closed.
They are closed.
20.
20. You do hear something sort of beyond the doors. It's very muffled though. You're unable to tell what it was. It sounds distant.
Assuming the doors squeak, maybe we go the direction that doesn't have the big heavy doors.
Same.
For the moment, yes.
If we're trying, for just right now.
So we're going to go north.
Okay. So you
North.
North.
you begin to creep north.
So north is when you start going south, and then you go north.
Here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to save this image.
Thank you, Save.
Save
Yeah.
image. I'm going to go into the Discord
Yay, thank
Perfect.
you, Discord.
and put it on there for people
Yay.
to look
In
at.
general,
If you
where's it
want.
going? Yeah, they always like to see where we're going.
Yeah, sure.
So you can have these stats.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
They would
Stats.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Look
we
at
could do honor system.
No, nobody look.
We
Nobody
just
look.
that.
No, he should have rolled a 6. You know, it's not great. Not great math there.
See, that's why we help.
We're so nice, aren't we? Aren't we selfless and nice?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. You guys want it in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let the people see the hellhole into which we have stumbled.
Don't say stumbled like this wasn't on purpose.
Or hellhole, like it doesn't have doors.
This hell house.
What a there
into,
you go.
Into which we have traipsed.
Cass hell.
Okay.
Cass hell. It's a castle. It's
Oh.
Hi.
That hurt me.
Ask. Listen, I have a lot of clever puns that I have not even begun to bring up. in regards to pin designs.
Where did that get saved?
The plan actually worked.
Well, if anybody has a lawful thing, we could use that.
I liked Meg's lawful tired actually.
Lawful time.
Lawful
That's very good.
spooky.
Lawful
spooky.
spooky.
That's what that was mine.
I
Lawful
forgot that.
spooky.
Oh my gosh. No,
Lawful spooky.
I love that. I'm doing that right now.
I'm not proficient in hood.
Listen, because lawful spooky is legitimately those people who dress like witches all year round because it's their
Mhm.
favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. be
I'm
them.
gonna do that now.
Do it.
I am doing lawful clever because there's so many adorable fox graphics with classes that I found
Oh.
that I can play with, and they're famous for being clever.
Mm.
Like that is the trope, and so I can use foxes without it seeming like I'm just doing it because I like them. But no, because that's what foxes are for. Like, oh,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
it got to show.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Superstar.
Can we take a 10-minute break?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you,
Jimbo.
guys. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to continue our trek into this Lich's underground castle in just a few minutes. So we're going to be back at 9:45 Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time, whichever one it is.
Sure.
Miami time, New York time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both of those are
And we will see you guys in just a few minutes. Until then, stay tuned. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Matthew playing Lorvos, the High Elf Blood Mage.
Izzy playing Ryan, the Eldritch Knight Goliath fighter.
Megan playing Madeline Loren, the human swashbuckler.
Caitlin playing Yvonne, the half-elf rogue bard.
All right, guys, you have made it into the Arcturian castle of old. You are in the foyer.
Yes.
You have Wiley sent away a Deathlock mastermind.
I saved us a whole encounter.
Which direction would you guys like to go now?
North.
Snores
To the
North.
first
and
hallway.
to the west.
Okay. As you guys are
North is
traveling,
west.
as you guys are traveling north, that is about 20, 40, 60, 80. They're 10-foot squares. They're
Mhm.
not 5-foot squares.
Mhm.
Stupid. But you continue to travel down the hallway. You can see that there is a large single door to your right-hand side, and then it opens up to the left. The halls are lit with wondrous burning sconces, but the shadows themselves seem not animated, but they often creep into the shapes of faces or clawed visages. This is a place that undeath rules. You are at that branching way. Make me perception checks.
Come on, Kiki.
Ooh.
Rolling well for me.
Ooh. 21.
It's a nat 1, so it's a 20.
I
11.
love that
8.
sentence.
8. You guys, a couple of you see down the hallways, and up around where it says 14
Mhm.
on your map, looks like there's a bunch of other building materials that have been stacked up. Stones and metals and
Fight them.
And boards. I would like you to roll me a D12, please. Wait, who had the highest perception check?
21.
21. Then
Yes.
You roll. I knew you guys were both
Okay.
close.
Yeah, she had a 20 with her nat 1 because of course you did.
Is it
I can't wait. I'm going to keep leveling through Rogue just to get that
Yeah.
now. I think my next
And
several
then you'll be
levels are going to
fucking
be Rogue.
unstoppable.
Ah! Listen, I might be dead by then. A 6.
A 6.
A 6.
Just a moment.
6 death blockness.
Yep.
And then I suggest to all of them that they go have a drink at the local pub-like places.
Go say hello to the Crow King.
Oh my god.
Then I cast Modify Memory on them.
For lawful spooky.
Oh, cute.
Oh yeah.
That or like orange, but that is
Yeah.
a very Jokerish vibe, the purple and green.
Down the hall towards the 6, you see the shadow of another giant skeleton dance across the wall. You wait for a moment and you realize it is traveling away from you.
Nobody move.
Okay.
Don't move, don't breathe. Don't think.
Do we
I don't know,
do we
pray.
follow it? Do we follow it?
No. The giant skeletons we've seen outside are just there to move big, heavy things. I don't think they're going to be guarding what we need them to be.
No, but that's the way that we were gonna go.
Yes, we're following it.
So we are following it. I was going to
Yes.
just give it a minute.
Well, I mean, we're not
See if
gonna
it comes
follow-
back and
We're not
goes
gonna
through
follow
like...
close behind it, just towards that area.
Hey, how long has it been? Am I still invisible? Am I still just a floating voice? Has it been a minute?
You're
Okay, good. I was like, I
We're-
can follow it if it... Okay, good.
We're still invisible.
you guys are so invisible.
Because ours lasts an hour.
Yep.
I apologize,
Bitch.
but I cannot.
You're
I cannot
okay.
really afford the HPs.
No, you're okay.
to
Don't
cast
do
another
it.
Fifth level
I'm
spell.
just talking to no one, so we can, and they won't see any of you, and I'll just stand here. That's fine. Let's follow them. I forgot 3/4 of us are invisible. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
How long can you fly?
4 hours,
Do you want to be flying then?
probably.
How high are the ceilings in here? Because it has a giant skeleton in it.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get back. If we're gonna be, I do have to be careful with the boots because we're dungeon crawling, and because every day, they gain back every some amount of hours they're not used, they gain back 4 hours of flying time. Their boots regain 2 hours of flying for every 12 hours they are not in use.
Hmm.
So like long rest and then the first 4 hours in the morning, I could gain 2 hours of that back.
Yeah.
But if I've got to be careful with it so that during a dungeon delve, I don't run out of the ability to fly.
You don't need to right now. I think that's
So if we get to a place where we can see the shadows closer again, I will absolutely
Yep.
take airborne, but I don't want to just explore flying,
Perfect. Yep.
which is why I usually don't explore flying.
Yeah.
I scout fly.
Absolutely.
I remembered my numbers. I remembered that there was a weird gaining them back thing.
Yeah.
I would check off about 20 minutes of flight time.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
Okay. So let's take a left.
So you guys hang towards the left. You see that set of double doors on the north wall, the ones right outside the fort. These doors look different than the rest of them. The rest of the doors around here seem to be very sturdy, but ornamental. Functional, but with a statement of status. These are, you suspect, adamantine.
Oh.
Ooh.
They are very dense.
Oh.
Mhm.
The lock on them is both physical
And magical.
and magical.
Oh, jeez.
So you take the magic, I take the physic.
If I do, none of us are invisible.
Oh, you're right. I'm gonna just.
I can pick the lock,
Well, I don't want you. You're invisible though.
so I can't do anything.
Don't waste it.
If you.
Do you like
An
attack or you do any? Yeah, like any proper action thing. Oh, you can use an item
If you cast a spell magic, why would you all lose invisibility?
because
I've
he's
cast
the
a
one who
spell.
cast the spell.
Shouldn't just you become visible at that point?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe?
I
don't know.
believe it would just be you
Oh.
because it's you didn't break concentration on it.
No, yeah.
If you broke concentration, you would all become visible.
All right.
Yeah. So I can drop it. Anything blah, blah,
On
blah,
just
but-
you.
And no, you can pick a lock. It's if you attack or
Yeah.
cast a spell. So you can pick the lock. if
Okay.
you want
Alright.
To.
I think yours might be higher, but
But you can't roll below a 10, right?
no.
Yeah. So I can. I'm good. You can do it.
Okay.
And before you do that,
Can I check it for traps and then you pick them?
Yeah, before you do that, I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Am I checking it for other traps, or do we just know that that's what the
Go
lock
ahead,
is?
check it.
Just in case. Ugh. 15.
You suspect if you screw up unlocking it,
Mhm.
something bad will happen.
Good, I'm going to inspire you.
Inspire him.
No.
He's casting a spell. you actually have to make a bigger check.
Okay.
Yeah. If his goes well and it's not low enough level, it'll just pass. Right? Dispel magic?
Yeah, theoretically, it just won't be dispelled.
So
Yeah. So I'm gonna, before you do the thing, in order to make
Yeah,
sure
okay.
the magic doesn't blow up on you while you're doing it, I'll cast a 3rd level dispel magic.
I'm keeping my head on a swivel.
Go ahead, make a perception check.
keeping my head on a swivel.
Oh, 19.
You can hear the movement of the different creatures in and throughout the hallways. Halls are relatively quiet, but they echo
Yeah.
well. You hear them moving, but nothing that seems immediately dangerous. A 3rd level dispel magic is enough to remove the arcane lock and the alarm
Nice.
that is on
Perfect.
there.
Perfect.
You suspect that this spell refreshes probably once an hour.
Ugh.
Okay.
Better do it again when we come back.
So
Well, yeah, only if we want to get back in it.
Yeah.
All right. I poof into existence.
Huh.
It's you're good.
22.
22. Yeah, you get your you get your tools in there and you can feel the different pins. You can also feel where the acid vial inside the lock is. And if it is punctured, you can see that there's like a something that would basically spray the acid, not only melting your tools, but spray it out like in your face.
Cool.
Juicy.
Fun.
But you are able to disarm the lock. You get in there and very adeptly pick it clean. What would you like to do?
Can we also listen at the door to see if we can hear anything on the other side?
With his 19, I will let you know there you can't hear anything on the other side of this.
Perfect.
All right. Step back. I'm going to, as carefully as possible, open the door.
Okay.
Stick my little head in.
What you see on the inside is what looks like a series of prison cells. In the center of the room, there is an iron lever.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It looks as though it could be used to open one of the doors at a time. These are not barred cells. These have heavy doors and a
Okay.
hole for you to look through.
Oh.
All of the doors have like a latch,
Huh.
so they can only really be opened from the outside.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Going to go inside.
Okay.
Leave the door open.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
guys can come in too.
Mhm.
Are you guys coming in?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to, as carefully as possible, close the door.
Sure. Okay.
If I do that and it locks again, are we fucked?
You're not sure, but you don't suspect so.
We have an hour until the magic.
We're not
resets.
gonna do shit right now. All right, I'm gonna close the door as carefully as possible.
Okay. You do hear it relock.
Come on, problem.
That's fine. Everything's fine.
Later problem.
That's for future us.
I want to start looking in the cells.
When you close the door, the room is completely black. There is no light source
Do
in
you,
here.
do you want one of us
To check really fast.
check the doors first, just in case there's somebody? Well, I guess if we open it up,
They
they'll
probably
hear
heard. Yeah.
the latches.
Yeah.
But if we open one of the latches, they'll hear it, so they'll know somebody's there anyway.
Do you mind if I put the light up?
Do I
No, go for it.
hear anything from the doors?
It is unearingly quiet.
Can we talk?
You can. It sounds very muffled.
Okay.
Though.
Interesting.
If I pull out the light and turn on light?
You can.
Okay. I didn't know.
Okay.
If it like something's wrong in this room anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this is fun.
Let's go to door number
As
one on
you
the left.
bring up the orb and you go to ignite the area,
Mm.
I would like you all to flip for initiative.
There it is.
Why? How?
Woot.
Damn it.
Damn.
Not in
We're
sync.
just not in sync today.
Far away.
Up top, ace, king, queen. You are surprised.
I don't think I can be.
As a barbarian.
He's also alert.
And
I think.
alert.
I'm alert. Yeah,
the
alert.
alert feat doesn't.
I cannot be surprised while unconscious.
Wonderful.
Hyper caffeinated.
So there, you see that there are, essentially over the doors. You kind of piece together the doors that occupy somebody or something. There is a living shadow that is serving as its guard, and when the light comes on, what had been invisible in complete blackness is preparing to attack you all.
Huh?
So there are 3 of them.
3 of them.
Great.
If I talk, do I break invisibility?
No, if you attack or cast a spell.
Okay, I'm just going to fall into a defensive stance.
Okay.
Bonus action, just you said they're above the doors?
Yes, there are 3.
Look at the doors, look above.
Sounds good. Queen, Jack, 10.
10.
You are surprised, unless you
Que
can.
sorpresa.
Que sorpresa.
Tried to tip you guys off.
Yeah.
You
Well,
did-
yeah.
No,
you-
yeah, there's. You did good.
Yeah,
There's
you
just,
did. You did what you could, but
That's the way surprise
Yeah.
works,
Yep.
unfortunately.
Is there something about surprise in that sword?
Can you tell me?
I don't think so. Like, I usually don't write that down because
If
we don't
it's
do
a-
surprise stuff much.
unless it's a sword of warning,
No.
Mhm.
then
It was your super special Betrayer's Bane.
Yeah, but like sometimes it does weird stuff that I don't know. No. Oh!
That was darling.
Okay. So the shadows are also on a 10. So they can see
Everyone but me. Or
No.
everyone.
those 2.
no,
No.
just
Just
the 2 of
2 of
us.
us.
Just
Got
the
it.
2 of you.
Mhm.
So they are going to descend on Lorboss and
Hello.
Yvonne.
Yes, they are.
They're going to double checking something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how living shadows deal with poison.
I'm gonna find out.
Probably, yeah.
We gonna learn today.
Probably.
Okay. You see the shadows veil peel back, and they take on a similar visage, although spectral, to that fancy skeleton that you guys had sent away. As it comes rushing down, it is going to make. They're both going to make. Actually, they're going to stay up there and make grave bolt attacks
if
against 2 against Yvonne, 1 against Lorboss.
I'm surprised, I can't uncanny dodge, can I?
Correct. You do not
Right.
have reaction.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
why.
no, it's,
Yeah, that's why I asked.
23 and 17.
Oh, yeah, 17 needs it.
13.
Misses.
All right. So that is going to be 9 points of necrotic
Great,
damage.
thank you, 9.
You got hit for both of them?
I did.
So 18 points of necrotic
Thank you,
damage.
temporary 15.
No, back him.
So that's 3.
Don't talk to me, they'll find me.
Shouting into the room way behind us. Hey, you back at camp! Thank you
Okay.
that one time for that story you told me about tiny hands.
There you go. 10, 9.
9!
Go for it.
Bitches!
You have no. You were surprised.
I thought it only counted since they went. Because they already
No,
went.
It's
I
on
thought
your
it.
first turn.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm glad I wasted the later card.
Great.
I sit here and go,
What is your?
A 6.
You are
The
surprised.
same thing happens to me.
Yep.
now I know
New
how you
round.
feel every time we go live.
Yeah.
Hey, that's better.
Up top, Ace.
Ace. I'm going to go stab.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure I'm on the one that Yvonne's on.
Okay.
Or that's on Yvonne, rather.
Okay. So the
They're attacking from
ceilings in this room are shorter than the 20. They're 15 feet tall, and they are sort of floating right above the doors. So I will say that you can reach them with the attack, but it is, yeah. If they fly up, you will be in trouble.
Do these things look vapor,
The
gaseous, or fog?
lowest is a 16.
They look as though they do not have a body. 16 hits.
Okay, so both of them hit. For once in my stupid life. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an 8 and a 6. Okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm very good.
Oh,
I'm very good.
damn.
Everything's kosher.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Mhm.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Holy
shit.
fuck balls. What?
Okay. Okay.
What?
So 36, 41,
Plus your
plus
dex.
11, 52.
You cut it down.
Holy
I fucking
shit.
better.
Yeah, you do.
Holy fuck.
The blades
I wish it was finesse, dude. Ah!
the blades
so
pierce into them and
So proud.
burst into this necrotic energy, this sort of goo of spectral force that smears on the walls down onto the ground. Ace, King,
King,
King.
I
us,
think your
I will
dex
have
is
higher
higher.
dex than you. None of them are grouped together.
Nope.
Okay, great. Actually, that answers that question. Okay, good. But I saw her do a lot of damage right then. No one else near an enemy of mine
No.
because they were shooting from afar. So okay,
Yes.
then I'm gonna just go ahead, and I'm going to chromatic orb one of these bitches
Okay.
with some lightning because that feels like the opposite of shadow. I'm gonna do it at second level. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Ooh, yeah. Modified 20.
Does hit.
Thank God. I hate when I like second, third level chromatic orb. 2.
Yeah.
I wish I could call afterwards, but it's fine. 3d8, so 48. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 14 points of lightning damage.
14 points of lightning damage.
Yes.
The sparks ripple across the room and they hit it. It runs
Great.
over its incorporeal body and is shocked.
Great.
Bonus
action, can I hide back in the hallway? Can I
just, like,
we
open the door?
closed
The
the
door.
door.
We closed the door, you're right, and I can't disengage because I did it from a distance. So I do nothing. I can't. Can I take the dodge action as a bonus action as a rogue? Was that a thing? No. It's
Yeah.
dodge, disengage, or hide.
I believe so.
I
Yes.
never used that one, but I think I can dodge technically as a bonus action. I'll
Double
check
check.
and I'll let you know.
Izzy.
Dash.
Gonna just
Yeah, dash, disengage.
throw a
Thank
trident.
Monks get
Throw it.
That's it. That's
Do
it.
since I'm invisible, do I get?
You do get advantage, yes.
Nice.
Sweet. Thank you, advantage.
Oh, yeah, I should have advantage. I mean,
You wrecked the guy.
Oh, no.
24.
Yes, definitely hits. Are you attacking the same one or the other?
Same one.
Okay.
She 6,
6. Okay.
and then
Is the trident magical?
yes,
Great.
+1.
Oh, good to know.
Then just throw firebolt,
Okay.
which is going to be
Firebolt is a bonus action.
no, I have
For-
3 attacks.
for Eldritch Knights, I think Eldritch Knights get a thing where they can,
Switch them out.
or you can do them as a bonus action.
You can do a cantrip as a bonus action as an Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
It's Firebolt. Is
Yeah.
cantrip. Yeah. So
Okay.
sweet.
So you can
So you can make
stab,
two
stab,
more
stab.
attacks
Yeah, you can.
with your trident, and then as a bonus action, shoot
All right.
firebolt.
Yeah.
Throw again.
Yep.
Without.
Throw multiple things.
Yep. Oh, that 22.
Hits. Absolutely. Roll your third attack.
11.
Miss.
Max damage for 9.
Nice. Okay.
And then bonus
It's
action
still up, and you
firebolt.
can make your firebolt.
Firebolt.
Mhm.
Oh. 7.
Swings wide, sparks off of the metal in this room. You can see it's mostly lined, and it does sort of a splash and bounce through there. King, Queen, Jack. Jack are the shadows.
Ooh.
Seeing more people pop up now, one of them is going to cast Fear. I would.
I knew I should have
I'll
cast
counter.
heroism. I fucking knew it.
Counter spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
Counterspell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's gross.
The one that has been damaged is going to roll to attack Yvonne.
Thanks. Now I'll be able to uncanny dodge if it comes to that.
Am I within 5 feet of her? Would I have been?
Yeah.
I'll protection, put my shield in the way, impose disadvantage.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a
Okay.
choice. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. 13 is the lower, so that misses.
Yes, it does. You're not wrong.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jack. What do you want?
8.
8. Go for it.
All right. So, cut thumb, launch a blood lance.
Just
Okay.
with this thumb.
Yes.
Same target,
Um,
different target.
The one that's been damaged
Got it.
to try and focus
Finish them
fire.
off.
Modified 20
Hits.
to hit. I always forget. It's a D8. Okay. But I am past 11th level, so it's 3D8.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I always forget that these like level up, and I'm like,
They
oh,
stack. Yeah.
D8. Oh, that's so shitty. Never mind.
Yeah.
12 points of
Okay.
piercing damage.
Yeah, that's enough to dissipate it.
Nice. Okay. Cool. And then I will walk closer to the one that tried to fear.
Okay.
Just intimidated. I don't know.
Absolutely. New
Fuck
round.
you.
Right.
Up top,
Hey,
Ace.
same hat.
Hey.
King.
King.
I
Go stab.
Go stab.
go stab.
Stab.
Lowest is a 14.
Misses.
Okay. The 21, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 21 does. Yes.
8.
Ooh.
Still
Okay.
pretty decent.
Yeah. Right.
21 plus 11, 32.
32. Okay. Yeah, a deep cut that were able to bleed would very much
Just
have it
running around with her
bleeding.
sword up.
King, Queen, Jack.
Jack.
Oh yeah.
Go for it, guys.
I have a 3.
I have a 3.
Perfect.
Do you want to go?
I
I'm
did
fine.
really short. I'll rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
More thumb blood.
Thumb blood.
Thumb blood. Thumb blood.
17.
Hits.
Ah.
Thumb
Okay.
blood. Thumb. You're welcome.
15.
15.
15. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. The blood splashes across the body, mixes with the necrotic ectoplasm and sprays along the wall. That's it.
Cool. I'm done.
They are no.
Oh.
They are done.
They're done.
They are
They are
done.
done.
Yeah. So yes, you are done.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
So you said that there were 3 of them, and that they were over 3 specific.
Yeah, I want to go
Doors.
look at the doors that were being guarded.
Absolutely.
Wise.
Just start poking at shadows still.
What she won't.
Who's in there?
Boomst.
You open the first. Roll me a d6, or just tell me which door. Are you going east, west, or north?
North.
North. Got it. You open the door, and this terrible visage turns and looks at you. It's something that you have seen before, and instinctually you close your eyes and avert your gaze. It is the face of a Bodak that stares out at
You've
you.
done this. I hate them.
Oh.
Put it
But
away.
you realize it doesn't have the same effect, that there's something impeding.
So I can look at it.
It's, yeah.
Do you understand me?
I can speak to it.
What language does it speak?
There, it seems to understand you, but not particularly care.
I
Yeah.
walk up and say in Abyssal,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, hello there.
No.
What are you in here for?"
It doesn't seem interested in talking to you.
Oh, come now. When was the last time you had a decent conversation?
There's nothing decent about you.
I mean, I think I'm fairly decent in build.
Tell him you like Orcus.
Praise Orcus in Abyssal.
You say praise Orcus in Abyssal?
Well,
Sure.
Orcus does
Sure.
demand retribution, doesn't he?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, he does.
You're not wrong.
So tell me, what can you tell me, and I might help you get said retribution?
What do you want to know?
We're looking for a very specific item to take down the master of this castle.
Subtle. I like it.
Can you understand me?
I can.
Actually,
Abyssal. I think you speak infernal.
I do. I learned Celestial. That was the other thing. So
Ah.
no, I was in the middle of learning that. We haven't finished.
Make a persuasion check.
Praise Orcus.
I echo
Right.
whatever sound he just made.
Fuck. Come on, Scan Man. Natural 20
Woo!
for 23.
God damn.
Okay.
Thank
I
you,
love that it's
Scanlan.
I love that it's not weird when we pause to see if it's a natural 20 when it's the Scanlan die because you can't see it. Like,
Well, you can't see the 3 fucking music notes that are in the same color ink.
thanks, Sam Regal.
You
It's
fucking
beautiful.
dick.
It's perfect.
It's beautiful, and so are you.
It's beautiful. So are you.
Yeah, you can be a dick and still be beautiful, you know?
As evidenced by everyone at this table.
My dick is nice. In certain lights, it's lovely.
That's wonderful. He looks you over for a moment.
I look right back at him.
Kind of tries to look past you to see who's praising Orcus for a few moments, and then
Praise Orcus.
tell me then, what is it you wish to know?
If someone were to try to keep something extremely valuable in this castle, a treasury of sorts, or a hidden room,
Yes.
where would that be?
I've only seen the inside of my cell.
That's not very helpful.
Ask him how long he's been here.
How long have you been here?
He runs his hands along the wall. and you can.
No, not all. Fuck this guy.
I was about to say, if you're allowed to feel bad for him, I'm allowed to feel bad for my derpy, the whole derp.
Drip boulder.
Yes. It's been years, I'm sure. Every once in a while, the mistress of the castle feels the need to experiment.
It's a necklace. It's on her neck.
Ask about that.
Yep.
I know of the master. I do not know of the mistress.
Oh, you gonna learn.
You gonna learn today.
I don't know what you think you know.
Oh my god, is he a crossdresser?
There is no master here.
What's his name?
Renwick.
Renwick.
Oh, not Altair. Oh, Arturia.
Arturia.
Ooh, ask if it's Liness
Do you speak of Liness or
Neva.
Neva? Because I know of Renwick.
Neva's mistress here.
I'm messaging this so he cannot hear me. I'm messaging this to everyone.
Scribble.
Neva's mistress here. Liness has long since lost her way.
What the fuck does that mean?
And what can you tell me of Renwick?
I know nothing of Renwick.
Do we want to just put him out of his misery?
No, fuck that. Can I go to the east cell?
Okay, then we close. Then
You close-
as
you
long as
close
there's
the
no
door.
nothing
Time.
else, as long as there's nothing else you have.
I will see what I can do about getting you your retribution.
Mm.
Until then, I'm going to need you to wait here and close the gate.
Sit tight, we'll be back.
Okay,
Ryan is not a
so
nice
who
man.
is so who is this? Who's the
We don't know.
mistress?
Oh, we just know that her name was
yeah.
up front.
Oh,
Yeah, the names of the other 4 upper class leaders, I guess, or the knights. It was Renwick, Arturia, and then Liness Arturia, Neva Arturia, who were girls, and then Malkael and Denoset, but we already met their ghosts.
okay, got it. Go to the
the
Liness,
east.
and Liness has lost her way.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means. She moved to Arkansas. So,
She-
can I check the
she
east?
moved
She
away.
went normal.
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
You feel this when you go to grab the portcullis. It feels
Oh, okay.
stuck.
Can I-
18.
Okay.
Yeah. You grab it and sort of and when it does,
No.
I would like you to make a a dexterity saving throw.
Well, good.
Okay. 18.
That was magnificent.
Oh no, 48 points damage.
You open it, and almost instinctively, as you open it, you see something begin to creep out through the portcullis.
Close it.
It's like a puff. It's like a puffy cloud or some form.
No. Just did this.
No.
And you slam it closed.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys can see. I'll take perception checks at disadvantage.
Okay.
No,
15.
I'm too busy talking to them.
20.
A 10. I dropped a nat 20.
Okay. You don't see the creature itself. You do. You
hate
do as
this.
well. There is some form of myconid
No.
in that
Light it up.
in that room. There are very few spores have made it through.
Produce flames.
Yeah, as soon
I'm
as
not
you
going to burning hands, but
you
produce
see
flames.
you see that. The other thing you notice, and I will go ahead and tell you, is that as you produce flame right next to it, it burns the spores, but when it gets near the portcullis, the anti-magic field from within shuts down the fire.
Yeah.
So you
that's
could
fine.
not merely open it and burn it.
No,
But
that's fine.
It's just confirming there
Come
is
on, we're never going back over there. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
West side, please.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one stays
What
closed.
happened?
Don't touch that door. If you do so, help me, I'll rip your tongue out through your eye sockets.
Also, maybe put these masks on before we
don't
open
have
up.
them anymore.
Are
No,
they
they're
not in the
not.
bag of holding?
the
They're
other team
with-
has them.
Oh, they all have them.
They're with the
Yeah,
ones that
they're-
are inside.
Then everybody
They're
tie up
actively-
your faces and hold your breath before we open any more doors.
Basically,
I'm gonna tell you a story of
evil
the other.
tiny sentient mushrooms that will get into your bloodstream and murder
Kill you. All right, so west side, please.
The fuck have y'all come across?
The
The
Underdark.
Oh, honey, I thought I've been telling you this whole time what I've been coming across. It's
Gross.
half of the streets,
Gross.
man. All right.
I'm so glad I was here for that moment.
West side, please.
You open the door, and in there seems to be some roll me a d4.
Uh-oh.
4.
Okay. You open the door, and there's one person with clothing up over his head and sort of a ninja mask. Only the barest minimum of his eyes are showing, cloth down over his fingers, over his arms, head to toe. But you immediately notice that around his shoulders, it's almost like one arm is sort of bigger than another. The other one has sort of become stumpy and odd. He tries to stand up straight, but there's like a hump or something that's forcing him to creech over. And then around him, as he sits on the bed, there are 3 other small creatures. They are difficult to see. They sort of move and shift and blur. One of them is unable to go more than about a foot from the post of the bed. Seems to have been
Tethered.
or tied. The other one, you look down towards its feet, and those have been misshapen, maybe dipped in some form of bronze or something, as it twitches and attempts to run and move. You can see it's bald, hairless, and its ears have been torn at as it attempts to deal with being forced into place. The other has no legs at all. It attempts to run and crawl as fast as it can on its hands.
Oh God.
Hello?
What is it?
No.
Excuse me. Who are you?
I am Fargren.
Fargren? Why are you... Fargren?
Yes.
What? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Why are you here?
Well, we had come to do the Crow King's business. We have found ourselves playthings.
Who's... Oh, you and your friends?
Indeed.
How long have you been here?
It's hard to tell. Months at least, years perhaps.
You, don't look like you're doing so good, honey.
It's true, I've seen better days. As we all have.
What was your reason for being here?
When the Crow King struck his deal, we claimed this part of land. And so, we came to take stock of all that was above. And set upon. We awoke here to the horrors we now face.
And he knows.
What His Majesty does and does not know, I cannot tell.
Right. Did you happen to do you know anything of the family that owns this place?
I know little of family. I'm unsure such a thing could exist in this horrible place.
Sure. But you know, if it did, the people that own it and run it, perhaps.
I know of the one that is in charge.
The mistress.
Indeed.
Right. What's her deal? What she look like? Does she have a favorite wine, perhaps?
Also, maybe before we answer these questions, can I get you the fuck out of here? I'm sorry. I know the Crow King himself does not take kindly to failures. I've heard that before. You don't have to go home, but you absolutely should not stay here. Is something terrible going to happen if I try to get you out of these?
Him trying to get out by himself will be terrible.
That's fine. You're not by yourself right now.
He will be. Because we can't bring him with us.
No, but we can at least leave him here for a minute and get him on our way back.
You see him confused and conflicted. Go ahead and make insight checks.
Maybe you just get through the whole game. Let's use Cthulhu.
14.
4.
15.
Would you roll?
10.
Okay. 14 and 15. He doesn't want to leave his friends. They are in no good state to travel. If you could, he doesn't want to stay.
Obviously.
But you can also tell that the experiments that have been done to him thus far have made him very self-conscious.
Listen, I get that. However, for a little while at least, there's a possibility that you've got a sort of clear path. We sent the skeletons on a fool's errand. You may have a better chance now of getting out than you had in the past. Or I can at least unlock you and you can try, all of you. But, Your Majesty, if you're listening, I say to the branches somewhere in my tits, he was scrying on flower things and I kept them on purpose. Your Majesty, if you're listening, I hope you know I'm raising your daughter to be a better ruler than this. Not to leave her people behind. Tested on, experimented on, treated like monsters. So, you've got a choice. You can stay here, or we can try to find a way to get you out. And I promise you, people in my crew at least, don't give a damn what you look like. Your actions will tell you apart better than your looks. But no one should have to live like this. And I promise you, whatever is making you a plaything of experimentation is going to burn by my fucking hands.
Make a persuasion check.
$27.
All right, then. We'll have to do something without Shedek.
Great. About Hootst.
Shedek?
He looks to the quickling down by the foot of the bed, the one that has been
Tied up?
You realize he's not tied up.
Is he connected?
He's been pierced
Oh, so we can't fly?
and chained.
Well, so he also just can't be removed from the bed.
Oh, that's fixable.
Just
Yeah,
take
we
the bed.
Deal with that. We can patch up those holes. We can... Whatever. And also, small one, you can...
What's
Can
what's the
We've
bed
got a
made
whole
of?
healer back at camp.
I know we did an insight check before. Can I do one just to see if he's lying?
Absolutely.
That's fine.
I won't get it, but
Do you still have my...
It's
It's expired?
I never had any. 19.
Yeah, I did. I gave you the check on the door. You didn't ever use it. because remember I inspired you before the door because so it's only a few minutes ago. So you do have inspiration if you need it, but 19 is really good. So
if you want to roll it,
it's going to expire soon anyway. You might as well.
Yeah.
23.
Hey.
No, he seems honest.
Okay.
He seems genuine. Yeah, you realize that the tether is less metal, more. He's been kind of warped.
Yep.
In a flesh warpy way.
Yeah.
Fixable.
Completely manageable.
So yeah, they are willing to let you guys try to help them out.
Great. I would like to roll I have cartography proficiency. I would like to kind of make them as good of a map as I can of the way back to camp.
Go ahead.
I'd like to tell where we knew where everything was, the traps, the whatever, and send a note with them being like, "Hi, this is Yvonne. Don't kill these people.
Got it.
Please and thank you."
Can I, while she's doing that, having done a produce flame near the other door and seeing that it has an anti-magic field, can I do an Arcana check to see if there's also like an alarm and like an arcane lock, or
no
if it's
no
just,
alarm, no arcane lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we open the door, will they be able to leave? Is
Yes.
it just an anti-magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just have to figure out which lever opens, which door's going to open first.
It points the direction.
Oh, well, then phenomenal. Then we can.
Yeah, so that we don't accidentally open the
Yeah,
door.
Otherwise-
the wrist spike.
Listen, I understand you got shit with Crow King. I'm not putting us in a myconid room to help this fucker.
That's fine. This is less a Crow King thing and more these are people who literally were here being like most of them we couldn't save. Most of the people who were being because I went through every single warp lab. I went through every single one of those missions to get to those like creepy experimental places, and most of the people were evil by that time. These ones are not.
No.
I would like to save them.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
The other ones couldn't be saved and it tormented her.
You don't want to
Yes.
get myconid.
No, I'm
and
fine not getting
and
myconid.
I also cannot assist them in any way because I'm down to 48 HP.
It's okay. I'll do it.
22
This is my idiot
And
idea.
have
I'll
it
take the
fought.
long
It's not an idiot
spores.
idea.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, like
no,
it's,
I'll get myconid up. I don't fucking care.
no, you're good. Like it's not an idiot idea. I just like I physically cannot help them other than watching open the door.
And also, yes, I'd like to know about the mistress of the house. You may continue telling the lovely Madeline what you were going to. A name, a social security number, a blood type, a bank account. Gonna fuck her up.
If she has blood.
If
Social security.
if perhaps Madeline was here, but unfortunately she's not. So if you would please tell me instead.
I said Madeline. You're.
And I asked you not to use my name in front of Faye.
Oh, I didn't. No, sorry. I remember that. Sorry. My dear friend. Sorry. Yeah. My name is Yvonne. You can absolutely use my name because he knows. Sorry. Yes, you're right. I didn't.
Okay.
You're right. Carolyn.
It takes him a few minutes to piece things together. Also, do you guys have a light source in the room?
Yeah, we have the ball.
The
You have
drift
a
globe.
ball.
That's why.
That's right.
That's why.
That's
it's
what
Yeah,
shadow.
that's what the
Mhm.
living shadow is.
You see, he does his best to shield what little skin
Right.
Yeah.
there is from that.
Sorry, my bad.
You're okay. He describes to you a lich, a feminine lich, who specializes in transmutation magics. That she is looking. Everybody roll me a percentile.
Yep.
We'll see how much he remembers and can offer.
But your bet.
Ooh. 50
68.
32.
or 500.
65.
Okay.
50. I'm right in the middle. I could go either way.
Oh my.
That's
Oh, I hate
good or
that.
bad.
Yeah, he either rolled like a 3 and beat it, or
He rolled like a
98.
He begins to speak. That's happened many times. It's difficult to remember them. They come mostly undead. Occasionally she has living or spectral servants. Goblins, I think.
Hmm.
Hobgoblins, large ones. Most of them have passed. For a time, she used them as parts. For a time, she used everything as parts. They would bring us to her study, to her workplace. It seemed for a while that we were the end goal, but then it became clear she was not experimenting on us to make us something. She was learning what the flesh did. She was learning how the flesh reacted. Quicklings are special. They're fast. Cursed to be so. To never stay still. When she couldn't master it, she tried to tame it. For a darkling like me, it was the weakness of the light which brought her closer to understanding her own weakness to the light.
She was trying to build a new body.
To rectify undeath, to bring it closer to mortality. This, and he sort of lifts that larger arm, and even though he knows there's light, he peels back the hand, the arm, and exposes the flesh. And you can see it doesn't absorb, it doesn't burn the way the rest of his darkling body would.
Hmm.
And he kind of stretches the hand out. If only it could feel.
Oh, I'm in pain.
There's something she desires, something down below, an obsession and anger. She had brought the spores in. She had seemed to relish in tormenting them. I didn't know a plant could scream, but it can.
Great. Keep that in mind. Put a pin in that.
It's a later thing.
There was a cell. He begins speaking, and it begins to pick up pace. And his words stop making sense. And you see the quicklings sort of shift towards him and look, the one without legs crawling up onto his legs, crawling up his clothing.
Are they all three quicklings?
The other, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all three quicklings. Crawling up his body.
What's wrong with him?
It speaks so quickly you can't understand. But his head begins to twitch and twist and turn, and it begins to split apart into multiples, and then it erupts in a spray of blood
Nobody breathe.
across. There are no spores.
Okay.
There's nothing. It's just Johnny mnemonics across the room. And you watch the quicklings stop. She puts it in there. In his mind.
What?
Too much. Too much for him to contain.
He wasn't allowed to talk.
No magic, just raw mastery of mind and blood. If you still take us, we'd like to leave now.
Absolutely. I'm going to start trying to get them out of their things. Please.
It will require a medicine check to
What
free
What is
Chadak.
the bed?
Proficient
Made out
in
of?
medicine.
We still have to get
Uh,
them
metal?
without hurting them.
Metal?
Yeah.
Without hurting them, we still have to get them
Yeah.
out of the things.
I'm
You have medicine
proficient in
proficiency.
medicine,
I'm
so I
going
have
to give
5.
you a fucking inspiration, please.
I would like to assist by using my strength to bend any sort of metal any which
Make me
way.
an athletics check.
I'm just gonna try to keep them calm. I'm just gonna offer to come hold them or something.
10.
Medicine.
Okay. 25.
Okay. With the team's efforts, you are able to free Chadak. You cannot free the fleshy tail, essentially, now from the piece of metal. He kind of clangs when he goes if it's not held up. He's not terribly strong, but he can. Yeah. It's when he tries to like run because he's the only one that kind of can at this point.
Yeah.
It may take
Some high
time,
level
but we can-
magics
yeah.
may be
Like a
able
regenerate.
to fix
Can
that.
I tear off like a piece of fabric or something and make a little sling so it carries it tight to his body so it's not dragging on the floor?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You guys
Just
do
like
it.
bandage it around so it
Yeah.
like a
Mhm.
Um,
You guys do what you can. The other two need to be carried,
yeah.
and
Pick one up.
yeah.
I'll take all 3 of them. I don't care. Let's go.
Everybody has one except for Laura Boss.
Okay.
You want one?
I'm fine.
Laura Voss, is there anything you would like to do with a room full of blood?
I mean, I don't
Bottle
really
it
have
all.
a lot to do with. There's not a bunch I can do with it.
Can you
Great,
do the
I
soul?
didn't-
What?
Can you do the soul thing?
Ooh.
Oh, I would have had to cast
killed
as a
him.
reaction whenever he died.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you an attempt
Oh,
at it.
then
You-
absolutely.
Yes, do it, please.
No,
so
it's,
rarely get
it's
these
really
things.
it's really unfortunate, and it's kind of gross. So the spell, I hold up a tiny cage
Mhm.
made out of silver. The spell snatches the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside the tiny cage I use for material components. It remains inside the cage for the next 8 hours or until I destroy the cage. And while I have it inside, I can exploit it in any of the ways described below. I can heal myself. I can ask it a question. I can give myself advantage on things. Or I can use an action to name a place the humanoid saw in life.
Mhm.
And then it basically scries on that area.
Mm. Well, do me a favor. Roll me a spellcasting check as you attempt to capture the soul from
Post.
it. Well, no, more that
Oh.
I'll say you did it in the moment,
Sure.
but it was inside the anti-magic room.
Gotcha.
You are outside the
That is
anti-magic
true.
room, so it's a little bit of a gray
That
area.
is true.
So we're gonna give it a check.
A 13. And it's
Did
a
you already
6th
use
level
your-
spell. Yeah, I
Okay.
used it on
On medicine. That's worthy. That's good.
I rolled a 5 plus 5 for the DC.
So
Okay.
10 okay.
So 13 sounds good.
Cool. So we now have this man's soul trapped in a cage for the next 8 hours.
If you wanted to use it to scry on something, someplace he's
the
been.
Like I was about to say, like the place where this
I wanna
happened,
Go ahead and do that.
or where
and
she lives.
Scry on
She just made the list.
the scry on the
don't care.
place.
I am angry.
Isn't that who we're going after?
No,
No,
we're going
we're
for
going
Renwick,
for
who's a
Renwick.
dude.
But if he's not
We
here,
have 4
Oh,
days
he's-
he's here.
He's
Okay.
definitely here.
okay.
Well,
I just thought if they'd only seen her, that she might have the phylactery.
She
That was
might. No,
yeah,
I'm not saying
that was
we
that was
can't.
why
I'm
I
just-
thought we were doing that.
No,
No,
like she
yeah,
might,
it-
and might
Yeah.
actually no. That's
Because
yeah,
everyone
I
keeps
just-
talking about the mistress of the house. If he was the master, that she might know more than we think.
yes,
She might
it's
be
just
trying to
that
put
goal,
Because if
goal
no
number,
one
Renwick
knows, yeah.
goal number
in
one.
the half dragon.
Yeah.
Well,
goal
also,
number-
if
goal
something
number one
happened to him,
is
she might be trying to
Renwick.
build him a body too.
And the, yeah,
Exactly.
goal number
That's-
1 is Renwick. Goal number
Oh
2
no, I
is
agree.
the rest of
I
them.
agree. I just thought that she might know because
so-
people keep mentioning her.
True. Yeah. So I'll tell the cage.
Mhm.
Can I please see the laboratory?
Okay.
And then it creates an invisible sensor in that area for 10 minutes, and I receive visible and auditory information as if I was in the space using my senses.
Okay.
A creature that can see it sees who can see it with see invisibility or true sight, sees the translucent image of the tormented humanoid whose soul I have caged.
Oh wow.
That's
Fuck you.
that's all.
Fuck you. I was about to call her Nisa. That's her name. Fuck you, Neva. Hello. Don't you got this?
No. If she can see the sensor,
Right.
she sees the horrified, tormented
That's what I'm
visage
saying.
of this man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Fuck her up.
That's
Surprise, puta. Bet you thought you'd see the last of me.
She
Good.
thought she could go.
Fuck her up.
guys, bitch.
Come
He's
here.
not dead.
Because my thought was if she's the one everyone keeps on hearing about, I know it's the 4 days is the most important thing. She is the closest
I'm
lead
not
we
saying
have
we
to
shouldn't try.
anything
No,
that
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
say we torture her.
Yeah.
After.
Yes,
No, that's fine.
after.
Fucking
That's
after.
fine.
We
That's
can raise
fine.
this place to the ground
Listen,
after.
my
As
list
soon
can
as
happen
Red Lake is
whenever.
dead.
Then I can
That's
give
not
you
a problem.
Then I give you an entire year of service before we have to do this again to a monk.
Yes, whose name I have written down.
So do I.
It's Pavrit or some shit.
Ooh.
You
Lavrit Bedoris.
I'm mad.
you look within the transmutorium.
Oh,
God. Fuck off. with
We're
that
gonna
name.
blow this place up.
3 pillars of polished black stone stand in the corners of the room. Attached to each pillar, waist height, is a tarnished silver knob. There's a huge tapestry, a huge sickly purple tapestry hanging on the west wall. Undulates as though it is alive.
Oh God.
Its surface is covered with 11 unblinking eyes and 1 large central eye,
Nope.
10 small peripheral eyes. You can see
It scries back.
it sees the
It sees the
It
matrix.
sees the
The
tormented
tortured
soul
soul.
of what's his name?
Yeah.
there is a crystal door in the corner of the room.
What, west corner?
In one corner. I don't know. Beyond there's a chamber beyond the door that is lit. The light is coming through the crystal door.
Lit.
Hashtag lit.
Oh.
It does also show you the alteration chamber,
Okay.
which is on the other side of the crystal door.
Ah.
There's a brass panel embedded in the wall next to the door. Brass panel with 4 brass buttons arranged in a diamond formation. Light, there's a crystal dome on the ceiling, sheds pale white light illuminating the whole chamber. We suspect it's needed for the surgeries that happen here. And there is a key on the chamber floor. It's flat. Looks to be of rare metal, perhaps adamantine, perhaps mithril.
Are there any vials of blood anywhere?
Negative.
Are there?
There are like jars of blood, but there are no
not
Sure.
like necessarily
That-
phylactery
is
no-
style.
nothing that strikes you as a phylactery.
Got it.
Is a jar too much for a phylactery?
Nothing that looks like a phylactery.
Okay. I didn't know if it.
No. That's I absolutely. I will let you guys know
Thank you.
Just save the.
with your skills and abilities. You can put to bed no phylactery here.
Got it.
Cool.
And no mistress of the house.
No.
Nothing
Mistress of the
on
house.
nothing on the
Gonna kill that bitch.
surgery table.
No.
I don't like
Thank
that
God.
voice.
I'm okay with that. I would
No.
I would rather not look into
Is
this
there
room
anything-
and see something screaming.
Yeah.
No, that's
No.
valid.
On being transmuted.
I will say, what you do notice is that that large central eye was actually closed.
Oh, it
And
woke up.
when it opens, the scrying orb disappears.
Okay. So the
Mm-hmm.
has an anti-magic cone as the eye. So it sounded like Beholder.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was basically a Beholder tapestry.
Cool.
Oh, it's It's Cassandra from It's Moisturize Me, but as a beholder.
No,
But
remember,
like with a bunch of different eyes.
remember
The poke the hole, the eye holes.
no, the pokey tapestry that had the demon in it.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, what's his name? That we
It's-
took in
It's
yes.
that, but a
Oz.
beholder.
Yes.
That was woven. This
This is
Well,
flesh.
just
Yes.
flesh.
This
Yeah,
is
sure,
Cassandra.
but-
This is Moisturize Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
with
hate
how
it.
many eyes?
10. 10 plus the anti-magic one.
10 plus.
Mhm.
10 plus.
It's 11 total.
But there's no one in there
No,
right
in
now.
there.
Nobody in there.
And there's no phylactery.
No phylactery.
And that's a later problem.
Yes.
Oh, and it will be.
Okay. And then I'm gonna real quick just use because I get 6 charges essentially. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use 2 of them to heal a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, not bad. 18. Okay, so I'm down 4 corruption. I've not healed myself at all yet.
I'm gonna kill this bitch. But first we gotta go find Renwick.
I'm gonna do it again. Yeah. Okay.
I just casually demand. It's good you're here to murder things. People who live here are not good people. I have never felt more sure about my decision to come with you on this mission.
Okay, so
I now judge our past characters for letting him live.
So now he.
I was part of that
So
decision,
far,
but I'm just saying.
I was not. But
I
also,
was. I'm
so
judging
far-
myself.
So far, to be fair, he's not necessarily the one
I
doing
know.
the horrible experiments.
He's complicit in it happening, though.
But that is true.
He's letting it happen.
That is true.
Okay, there are not fine people on both sides.
Okay, so now do we want to? So, but the real question is, we now have 3 quicklings.
Right.
I will
we
keep
going
them
to-
safe. It's
are-
fine.
Are we going to continue to carry them with us while we
Yes.
search the rest of the
I will.
castle?
I will keep them in my
We're going
backpack.
back to base camp.
We're going to base camp now?
Well, because it's 10:55. I figured
No,
we were getting
yeah.
there anyway. So
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything you guys would like to check before returning to base camp?
Can I look in the other rooms and see if there's anything in them?
They are empty.
Okay. Can I open one?
An empty one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any like stuff in there?
Make an investigation check.
I'm sorry, guys.
15.
No, you're
Why
good.
are you? Honey, you're fine.
Sorry, I made us rescue. the thing.
No, you're
No.
good.
Got mad.
You're good.
Then he exploded.
There, no, there. You checked all 3 empty rooms.
Mhm.
There is nothing
Okay.
that is. They've been cleaned out.
I'm gonna murder everything. God. What
Do
the
we-
hell?
Do we really quick have like 2 more questions for this dude that we might be able to ask him before his soul is gone? That he didn't get the chance to answer before his head exploded? Because I can ask him 2 questions, or I can see where else he might have seen within here. Like if he saw. But I have to just name a place and hope that it works. If I do that. I can like say, show me the phylactery room and see if it.
Did we say Renwick? Did we say that name to him?
I don't think so.
He
He only mentioned her torturing them.
Right. I didn't know if he knew of Renwick.
did not seem to indicate so.
Okay.
Because yeah, I can ask him a question, and the answer is no more than a sentence or 2. It might be cryptic, but the soul only knows what it knew in life, but it must answer me truthfully and to the best of its ability.
Okay.
Do you have anyone you would like to know of your death?
Well, I mean, we're gonna.
They know.
We're gonna.
Okay.
Oh,
we're gonna
I've been
do
talking to the scrying leaves.
Okay.
They know.
that. And we're gonna do that anyway.
I'm going to go have a word
Oh, so we're gonna to-
later.
Because I can ask him what else, where else he's seen in here.
Yeah, the
And
rest.
if he lists any rooms that sound like we might want a reconnaissance in them.
There's the kitchen. There's the phylactery.
Oh wait, that one. Go back to that
that
one.
one. That one. Show me that one.
I will let you know there is another laboratory he probably would have been in.
Okay.
That I can tell you about.
Yes,
Yes, please.
please do.
Yeah. First, then what I'll do is I'll ask him to list the rooms he's seen.
I don't mind telling you about
Okay.
these two, or at least this one, just because you asked me for where the
torturing was happening.
where the stuff was happening. There is also, this is called the laboratory.
Oh.
I just stopped at transmutorium because that seemed
That's a
like,
word.
Yeah.
that seemed like the
That's
place.
the place.
Right?
Yeah.
But there is a laboratory.
That
So
sounds promising.
let me tell you about the laboratory.
Okay.
Thank you, laboratory.
Yes,
And
Cody.
you can-
I'll take laboratory for 200.
So
So then,
let's see. Mm-hmm. There are statues in the room. Statues of ogres transforming into giant flies.
oh,
Gross. What
No,
the
thank
fuck?
you.
what is this place?
There's a
fuck?
table, large stone table stands in the middle of the room. Several curious items atop it, including a black cube-shaped box on a folded gray blanket, and the slimy, decapitated head of a mind flayer whose headless body has bled out on the floor nearby. The corpse is being feasted on by maggots. There is an old trap, the double door in the southwest of the floor. Around it are scorched by fire, the results of the trap being set off long ago.
Mm.
The box is a hinged lid.
You.
And yeah.
Okay.
That sounds
Okay.
promising. Someone went in to be trapped to death.
Yeah, so can I ask him for directions?
Thank you.
How
To
do we
get
get
there?
there?
Yes. I will go ahead and let you know that the
Mhm.
laboratory, I'll count this for both of them.
Okay.
So the transmutorium
Uh-huh.
It's 13A.
is 13.
Oh,
Yeah, A and B. Those
Okay.
are the two
Ah,
ones.
yeah.
Well done. Yeah, that is what you were pointing at.
12A.
Mm-hmm. And the
Or the
laboratory, what do you guys think the laboratory
At the
is?
moment, I'm thinking. How many statues? Just the two?
Yes.
Then I'm thinking
Oh.
21. Ooh, there's
11.
29.
It is 29.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. I forgot that the statues are stars.
Maybe.
So 13 and 29.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gross.
Thank you. I hope that your soul goes to wherever it's supposed to go.
I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
We will save your friends. Goodbye.
I am upset.
I am sorry. I actually realized I gave you guys the GM version of the map too. So you can see where all the statues are
Hey.
and all the room
Listen,
numbers.
We fucking need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I will say you guys are able to, that he essentially, I'm going to say he's the one that gives you this map in some way.
Sure. Yeah. Basically, I'll spend a few charges being like,
Yeah.
please give us the layout.
Yes. So you have received this information. Very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
guys can utilize this in planning your next step.
Of the
Um,
murder heist.
We are going to end just a little early because I am not
You are
feeling
dying.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
So I
fine.
apologize for that. You guys do take the quicklings and make it safely back up to the surface. It seems the ghosts are welcoming almost, that you get the feeling that these are the spirits of people that remained faithful to the order.
Mm-hmm.
And you also, anyone that has set up base camp can let you know that the Bodocs and other servants of Orcus do seem to hound the place from the outside, but they do not set foot on the ground.
Huh.
And any attempt that they make to force their way off the barrier draws the ire of the
spirits.
of the spirits. So
Yeah.
they go out and fight them off.
When you go back to the flight path camp, and the guards, they're like, "No, fuck off."
Yeah.
Planes strikers,
Yeah.
No, stupid cheetahs. No, absolutely not. Get out of the crossroads.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they also do stand watch over that central
Spiral.
spiral up.
I would like to, when we're passing the first set of stone doors,
Yeah.
I'd like to cast alarm.
Okay.
Just to let me know.
The
if-
ones for the mausoleum?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If anything tries to follow us through there,
Yeah.
I'll know.
Okay, great.
I'm saying that we're setting up camp in the lesser of the vestry,
Okay.
not
Great.
just in case anyone gets bitchy that we're touching their stuff.
Yeah, no.
Valid.
They seem to recognize you guys as
No, because like Liness and Neva stuff is in the other room.
yeah.
We're gonna go to the other room.
Gotcha.
In case they get bitchy
Yeah.
because we touch their old sweater.
Mhm.
They seem pleasant and balanced.
Don't
Yeah.
they?
So that's where we're gonna say goodnight. Guys.
Yeah.
Good game. You guys learned a lot about the people that are down there. You have a map now. You can plan kind of what you guys want to do, and we will take it hour by hour to make the most out of the journeying. So plenty of room to plenty of time and plenty of area to get through.
Yeah.
Cody, go rest.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So say it. No,
So saith the
chat.
chat.
Oh,
So say it in the
thank
chat.
you.
So saith we all.
Thank you, chat.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We are going to say goodnight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry for my rough day, but glad to hang out with you guys. We're going to be back on Friday. We're going to shadow. We're going to shadow
shadow
run.
Shadow Mall
Gonna-
Walk.
We're at
shadow sprint.
We're going to
Shadow marathons.
We're going to shadow power walk. We're going to shadow power walk. We'll see how that goes. We're not Usain Bolt yet.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
thank you guys for hanging out. We will see you next time. But until then, be cool.
And we're gonna be right back.
Bow, bow, bow.